Ready, go.
And we are live again. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to Gods versus Eldritch Horrors, where we have divine beings and curious divine beings that are working on another pivotal moment for our cosmic status quo. The threads of fate have been spun and tangled and cut, and yet here all of you stand defiant against the horrors that hunger among the edges of the multiverse, and even challenging the gods of fate themselves, like you did in the very first session. For those of you who are watching this for the first time, the premise of this campaign is very simple. The multiverse teeters on the edge of oblivion. There is a very difficult knife's edge balance between the far realm and the creation, where the far realm hungers to consume everything that exists within the D&D multiverse. The gods squabble over broken laws, and the Eldritch Horrors take advantage from this out of the far realm as they try to seep into reality. And the dedicated fabric of, the delicate fabric of existence is unraveling. Amidst this chaos, a new pantheon rises. New demigods, you young guns, with the ambition of create vast planes and perhaps have your footprint in the annals of time as greater deities one day. Who knows? But you also share a common interest, something that not many gods in the multiverse are really willing to disclose or to talk about. You don't just play the games of the gods. Perhaps you guys are changing that game, whether by forging alliances or toppling empires or unraveling the very insanity of reality. Your choices start to echo across the stars as you're all curious for your own motives about the far realm, as the far realm calls and it hungers, and it maybe already has a tug on all of you. Who knows? But let's get to know our protagonists tonight. We have one more joining us this session. We have Lumpa, the goddess of the blade singers, the master of force, or the mother of the force, weaving both the light of the weavers and the darkness of the twisted. She was once guided by Elmster's projection, which let's just say it's not schizophrenia. She was sane all along. The Elmster's projection really trained her. It was not a figment of her imagination. She is a very powerful wizard who balances serenity with power, and her gaze is now fixed on the far realm for its lurking truths. So Lumpa, say hello to our audience. Tell us a little bit about how you're feeling tonight. And most importantly, can you tell our audience, why are you interested in the far realm?
Well, I'll say hello, everybody. I feel a bit misplaced. I don't know where the others went. This place is quite a maze, I gotta say, but nevertheless, I can handle my own. Hopefully, I'll find them soon. And for coming to the far realm, there are many things. I find that knowledge is important, especially with the far realm always encroaching on the multiverse. And additionally, aside from knowledge to protect, you can find great power within it too. Plus, that's also what Asmodeus tells me, that there's untapped potential with the far realm.
Very well. And then we have Ixtihu, protector of wild magic sanctuaries, an owling druid whose pacifism is tested by the scars left from fighting the Far Realm's corruption in the past. Elevated by Sylvanus, he now guards the chaotic heart of magic in the material planes of Faerun, even as it threatens to consume him one day, because, well, it is wild magic. Ixtihu, can you say hello to our audience. Tell us a little bit about how you're feeling tonight. And can you please explain to our audience, why are you interested in the Far Realm?
Yes. The Far Realm threatens all of magic, all of the wilderness, and it must be held at bay. And as for this place, and how I am feeling, I do not like this place. It is most disquieting, and I feel a bit like a mammoth trapped in a maze of darkness at the moment.
That is indeed a weird place you guys decided to go in. Quite alien, but we'll talk about that in a moment. By the way, XTHU, your mic is going back and forth. I don't know if you have a noise suppression or something on, but just an FYI.
Sorry. I'll work on it.
And next we have Arathis, god of harmonic flow, a silver dragon-born monk who is the living embodiment of balance between chaos and serenity. Once a servant of Oral, now a champion of Eldath. Arathis guides the cosmic flow, ensuring that harmony will exist amidst the Far Realm and creation. But there's always the Far Realm's creeping madness approaching you. Arathis, can you say hello to our audience? Tell us a little bit about how you're feeling tonight, and why are you interested in the Far Realm? Arathis, if you are talking, you are on mute.
Well, of course. I was exercising my vow of silence there for just a moment. I apologize.
I see.
I was just doing my my daily meditations, and I am finding peace today. But in regards to what I seek in the Far Realms, well, that is where Eldath has been imprisoned. So I am seeking to find her prison and possibly aiding in breaking her out, if that is quite possible.
So for you, it's really a rescue mission. All right. Very nice. And then we have Mani Marco, our god of purity of soul. A farmer that turned paladin, that turned demigod. Mani Marco has embodied the righteous fury that he masks as divine purpose in his crusade against the Far Realm, which isn't just about purging corruption. It's a way to silence as well the battle lust within him. Mani Marco, say hello to our audience. Tell us a little bit about how you're feeling tonight, and why are you interested in the Far Realm?
Mani Marco is doing pretty good. Considering we're mid-fight, it's always a good place to be, middle of a fight. And, well, the Far Realm is a terrible thing, and it needs to be destroyed. And there's no one more suited for wanton righteous fury and destruction than Mani Marco.
And you can know how much Mani Marco knows about the Far Realm, because he's telling you that he thinks he can destroy it, all of it. It seems that Mani Marco has a very, let's say, long learning curve about the Far Realm from this point onwards in the campaign. And then we have a new god joining us tonight, Ziltar, the Spider-Bound, or also known as the God of Treachery and Webs, or maybe God of Webs of Treachery. Born in the shadows of the Underdark, Ziltar weaves a web of deceit that stretches across realms, a master manipulator bound to Lolth by divine venom. And he plots not just to expand his dominion, but perhaps to one day snare even the gods in his endless web. Ziltar, say hello to our audience. Tell us a little bit about how you're feeling tonight, and why are you interested in the Far Realm?
Well, hello, my name's Zilthar. Zilthar is he's feeling cunning, confident, charming. God of treachery and rebs. He's interested in the Far Realm because he wants to meet and find out about a certain person called Hadar, and God of treachery and webs. He wants to expand and even take over certain Spider Queen domains, because maybe the god of spiders are her domain, but he is the god of how they sow their stories, and the god of webs, and of course treachery. So he's feeling confident.
Very well. Very well. Well, we also have in this party Arleth, god of holistic knowledge, who might not be able to join us tonight. We'll see. It's a gamble. He's a raccoon-like Mapath bard who turned cosmic scholar. Aboard his spelljammer, the Destiny, he also has an archaeological site where he studies all sorts of things, and he's trying to uncover truths from ancient past in the multiverse. Maybe that's why he's interested in the Far Realm. I don't know. I guess we'll ask him when he's back. Arlet seeks answers. There are hidden in stardust, in shadow. He's now believing that every star is a god who failed to escape their own thoughts after seeing what happened in session 1. And yes, he might be interested in the Far Realm because he's interested in the knowledge of things that existed even before the multiverse was created. So without further ado, previously on Gods versus Eldritch Horrors, our party has explored the forgotten ruins of Claudius' abandoned temple in Teros, and then they've uncovered the echoes of a destiny twisted by madness. Among shattered sanctuaries and vine-choked corridors, they faced a corrupted sphinx that told them a bunch of truths about the multiverse. They also faced the Claudius, the goddess of destiny herself. Wreathed in mist, she offered them a choice to aid her in toppling down the gods or become targets of her champions, and they chose the latter. Yes, because what fun is there in helping the goddess of destiny? And then some good time have passed. And the last time we saw our heroes, they had ventured into the mysterious Neverwinter Woods, where Ixtihu discovered a portal that pulsed with eerie energy that he thought was a rift in space that led into the Far Realm. Ixtihu, ever the cautious druid, summoned the party of other demigods that he knows from his previous experience that are strangely interested in the Far Realm for their own reasons, and all of them decided to jump into the rift and explore the other side. Upon crossing, they found themselves in a nightmarish, alien-like maze. The walls are made of brain-like flesh that regenerates itself. There's brine and blood dripping from it, and after encountering bizarre creatures, and they now seem to be encountering ghostly adventurers. They're just running around and passing through them. Particularly strange. They began to realize, however, that as they teleport through this place, they seem to be also becoming ghost-like themselves. They began to realize that they start to put 2 and 2 together, and they realize that there are infinite overlapping layers of reality in the Far Realm. That's one of the very little things you learn about this place. And it seems that now they're struggling to regroup. a fight unfolded with yet another aberration from the Pharrell, who seems to be hungry to consume our demigods, and at the same time as they're dealing, part of the party is dealing with the other part of the party is dealing with their transportation problems, as they are, as every time they teleport, they seem to go to the same place, but perhaps a different place. It seems that they are in different layers indeed, and it's a bit disorienting. Some, depending on the layer you are, you can see the others. Depending on the layer you are, you can't see anyone. There's gotta be some sort of logic to it, or maybe there is none. Maybe it's just madness. Well, I guess we're gonna continue to find out as we get back to our party in their briny maze. Let me bring you guys back here. Where last time you were in the middle of a combat. Now, as a reminder, you were fighting this encephalon cluster. This very, very disgusting creature that someone came up with. And someone in Wizards of the Coast came up with a look at a bunch of grapes and just thought, oh, what if that could become an aberration?
Yeah. It's just a bundle of grapes. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Yes, that burst into little D4 triangles that fly around and try to stun you, as you all came to learn. Arlet has 2 of those, one on each shoulder. Let me see if I can zoom in because the tokens are very small in this place. Arlet has 2 of those D4 looking like little creatures in his shoulders. He's stunned together with all the rest of them. Well, that might have been because of Arathis, who decided to stun the creatures, and unknowingly to Arathis, by stunning one that was attached to Arlet, he stunned Arlet. Then that cluster is fun because every time you hit it, it turns out that more of these flying little creatures come out and start to attack you, and Manny Marco is surrounded by them as well. Arathis, Manny Marco, you and Lumpa also suffer exhaustion from entering this place, and Arleth as well. And then Arleth, you have haste on you, thanks to Manny Marco. He's still holding concentration on it. And where is Ixtihu? Ixtihu is in a different layer where he became invisible. It seems that Arathis, Arleth, and Manny Marco are still in the same layer. Then there is that strange wizard that passed by, the one with the exclamation mark, that is also in a separate layer. Then we have Lumpa, and then we have Ixtihu, who became Mammoth Ixtihu, and it's invisible to some of you. Ixtihu, you can see Lumpa. Lumpa, you can't see anyone. Then you have Arathis, Manny Marco, and Arleth. You can see all of them, but the problem is you saw them passing by you as they ran to a different corridor of the dungeon. And we also came to discover that there is this wizard with a funny robe that is just trying to open this door, flash-looking like door in front of him, and hasn't yet realized the Mammutix Hue. Good luck with that. And Lumpa are behind him. Perhaps he can't see them. Well, and as we return to the turn order, as it was last session, we stopped at Manny Marco at the top of the round. And I'll give you guys, because it's the top of round, I'll give you guys a few minutes to think about the strategy here. Perhaps you guys need to have an above-table conversation about what's going on.
Well, you see, my plan was to go Holy Avenger and just start bashing, but by Holy Avenger, I mean literally activate the the ability Avenging Angel and just enjoy aura powers.
So Arathis can do Force Cage as well. So I might try and give that a go on the Encephalon cluster. I know it failed when someone else tried, but Arathis might give that a try as well to neutralize the bushel of grapes. That's the idea that I had.
It does look like a disgusting bushel of grapes that keep bursting little D4 flying aliens out of it.
Yeah.
In my head, I'm just imagining a bunch of high-level characters just actually fighting a literal bundle of grapes. And
Yeah.
fantastic.
So,
No one else has. I guess that's the only idea that anyone has.
I
guess
can't
we
do
move.
anything for you guys. I could keep what's it called, Misty stepping, but I feel like that's just gonna make it worse.
Yeah, I'm currently a mammoth in a completely separate area where I can't see you. So
I would recommend not hitting the Encephalon cluster for now. So, Manny Marco, try to just go after the pyramid guys, the suckers, whatever those things are. But try not to hit the Encephalon cluster because that's just going to make more of these guys appear. Now,
Does
your
does
character
Encephalon cluster
is
still have what's it called? The thing where it's aggro on me right now. I'm forgetting the name of the ability. I did use the aggro thing on it, right? To make it
the
attack me.
aggro. What is the aggro thing?
yeah.
Was the compelled duel?
He taunted.
Yes,
it, yeah,
the thing.
compelled
Yes, you did use compel duel, and the Encephalon cluster is compelled to fight you. So it's gonna keep chasing you and trying to
All right.
slam you.
In that case,
Yeah.
I think I will activate the Avenging Angel feature. For those of you who don't know what Avenging Angel does, as a bonus action, you gain spectral wings on your back and a flight speed of 60, and you gain frightful aura. Whenever an enemy starts his turn in your aura of protection, that creature must succeed in a wisdom saving throw or have the frightened conditioned for 1 minute or until it takes damage. Attack rolls against the frightened creatures have advantage. So I now have. So I'm going to pop giant magical wings, and everything near me is going to have to take checks on their next round. Be right.
Very well.
This thing has to roll wisdom checks to not attack you, and also it has to roll wisdom checks to attack you.
Yes. Yes.
That's fantastic.
It doesn't know what to do. It's very confused. It also counts for all the little ones around me.
Very well.
I think it's like a 30-foot emanation from me or something crazy like that. And then from there, I'm gonna make my two mace attacks.
Before you do, there's one more element I should add here to the confusion. Ziltar, you don't recall exactly how you ended up here. You do know that your guards, to which you came here with, have also come to their wounds. While you've been trying to fly around in this place in your throne, yes, because Ziltar has a throne that he sits on and he just flies around.
Forgot about that.
And
Oh my gosh.
yes, Ziltar just sits in his flying throne. Ziltar, here's the thing though. You've seen this party of adventurers, some of which you think you have heard of them. You think they are demigods just like you. And you have seen them going around and doing things that they pass by you 1,000,000 times. But none of you seem to see you. And you can see all of them. You've been back and forth in the map, and you've tried to communicate with them. Of course, still sitting in your throne while you're doing that. But yes, it seems that none of them has even acknowledged your presence. You can click on your token and roll initiative as well.
Sometimes the grace and beauty of Iltar is too much for the normal eye to comprehend.
Oh my
That-
god.
That could be it. That could be it. It could be it. And if I haven't mentioned, you have 1 level of exhaustion.
Okie dokie.
Let me add that to you.
And that means -2, right? Is that correct with the 2024 rules?
All D20.
Yeah.
-2 on all D20 rolls. Okay.
Yeah. So let me add this. Where is the? There you go. Yes, it's your speed is reduced by 5. So it's currently 65, and you have a -2. Because you have level 1, you have a -2 on all your D20s tests.
Okay.
And with that, Manimarco, go ahead, turn yourself into an avenging angel.
Very, very angry god has come to smite you. I'm going to bake. Real question is, do these things count as like, what are they called? It's fiends or undead. I doubt. I know the other thing was an undead, but I don't know if these things count as undead as well.
If it's
No,
from
they
the
don't.
far realm, it's not fiend or undead.
Yeah, because I know we ran into those weird zombie dudes and they counted.
So
Gonna make me strikes then.
So yeah, so as a bonus action, you gain the, for those of you in the audience who don't know, it's a bonus action. You gain the abilities. You gain a bunch of benefits for 10 minutes. He can fly. He sprouts spectral wings. He has a frightful aura that starts in turn with his aura of protection. So if someone is in his aura, they have to succeed a wisdom saving throw. They have the frightened condition for 1 minute. Attack rolls against that frightened that he makes against that frightened have advantage. And yes, it seems that is that what you're creating? You're activating your avenging angel.
Yep. Yes,
Very
yes,
well. Very well.
Alright,
So
and
let's
then
give you
going to roll.
a little wing
Nice.
and some aura. Is a 30-foot aura, right? If I remember correctly.
Yep.
You're a level 20
Yep.
paladin. Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Benefits of not multi-classing is you gain large ability boosts for very specific things.
Yes,
Like
indeed.
auras.
So, Manimarco, what else would you like to do?
I already rolled it. 2 mace attacks against this one, the one behind me to my left, the up left from Manimarco.
Up
is 1d6
left. All right.
mace attacks.
That will hit,
25 and 30.
and it will give, that's 36, 29, 55 points of damage, and you kill that creature.
Okay. Does it take both to kill him, or is there what's it called? Like we're doing cleave as an option, right? So I could hit the other one too.
Yes, it is. We are using the optional cleaving rule. You have giving it 55 points plus 7 from Radiant. So you get 8 points of damage passed to the next one. Which one you want to give 8 points of damage?
Top right.
Top right. Very well.
Alrighty then. And with that, I end my turn.
Very well. And now, and I just realized that they're not in the initiative. Why are they? Jamila's.
You
there.
said you were going to do them all on the same initiative.
Thank you. Yes. Thank you for reminding me.
Last week.
Yes, that is true.
Yeah.
They're doing all together. And with that, Lumpa, what would you like to do? Lumpa, you are trying to figure out what the hell is going on here. I mean, what is going on? Why can't you see anybody anymore? Is this place tricking you? Perhaps it's a trick on your mind. Perhaps it's not something physical. Perhaps it's not the theory with the layers. Perhaps, Lumpa, is just changing your perception, your senses.
I'm sure my perception has been changed because we're not in a place that's not normal. So the rules of the material world may not apply here. Nevertheless, so one thing's for certain. I'm here now, and the others must be somewhere else. Now, I'm not sure how I'll get back to them, but I feel like the only way to go is to move forward. So she's going to move up to the door. Can she inspect the door to make sure this door is not going to explode on me?
Yes, by all means.
Is that investigation?
So it seems to be a door and is made of flesh. It's not obvious how to open. And also not obvious if there is a trap or not.
So there's not like a stereotypical handle on this door?
Absolutely not. It's just made of the same material as the walls, except that this one has a little frame on it.
Can I roll an investigation, see using my knowledge of doors if there's some common paths there are to open up stuff like this?
I have to say, you can roll an investigation, but your knowledge of doors is not gonna really help you here. It seems like you should have some knowledge in medicine or anatomy or something like that. Yeah, but you're looking around and you're checking this door and you're trying to figure out how the hell do you open this door?
Can I use my mind and say, please open the door for me? And I'll say it out loud.
Yes, you can definitely do that. It doesn't cause the door to open, but it's unfortunate, but it's but yes, you approach the door and you look around. Wasn't there a wizard here? And now Ziltar, you see that wizard that was trying to figure out the door, and he tries to touch Lumpa, but his hand passes through Lumpa. And Ziltar, you also trying to figure out what the hell is going on here. And now you are seeing, is that wizard trying to talk to the other wizard and it's just passing through it? One of them must be a ghost. Or Ziltar, you finally went mad and you're just imagining everything.
Just another Saturday.
So, in here, just to describe Lumpa, where you are, there are shreds of flesh and broken bones that are scattered around this room. There is this enormous double door made of the same spongy material as the rest of the maze, but it stands firmly shut at one side. The door lacks handles or hinges. You look around and you don't quite understand, but you don't quite understand how this can open, but also, why are there so many bones around?
There must be something here, but I can't see it, so I'm good for now.
Your investigation tells you that perhaps there is a key for you to open. That's the best theory you can come up with.
Then what I'll do then with the remainder of my movement, the remainder of my turn with my action is just, could I search around here to look around to see if there's any clues or any key?
Yes, roll perception.
26.
You find nothing around here. You look around and you think if there is a key to this place, it's really not here. Or it is, and it's not obvious. Or it is, and you can't see it. Or
I have
maybe
to
you
go
are
all
not
the way
real.
to the other side.
Or maybe
went
you are
left.
not real, Loompa. You might not be real, Loompa. Maybe you're
That could be
still in a dream.
That could be a possibility, but I've only went left. I'll have to go right, and I'll end my turn.
Very well. And Mamutsukihu, what would you like to do?
All right. So, just to be clear, this door is still closed.
Yes.
And I can no longer see this wizard, but I can still see Loompa. Right?
Correct.
Okay. Well, can I get a frustrated elephant noise?
Of course.
All right, and with that, he's gonna charge headlong at the door. Just
All right.
slam,
Very well.
making a full-blown charge. That is gonna be a trampling charge.
Roll damage for me.
Okay, that's 22 piercing, but also because he's got a improved lunar radiance wild shape, that's gonna be an extra 6.
All right. All the damage you cause to the door is caused to you back as bludgeoning damage as that massive mammoth come galloping towards the door, charging. Boom! You hit your head against the door and your back legs even suspend for the ground for a second as suddenly you collapse on the ground from as you were a bit dizzy after having hit that door and the door went nowhere, and you look up as you're trying to recover your vision, and from the ground, as you're looking up, you see the place where your tusks have pierced the door, and where you hit the hardest starts to slowly regenerate.
Very fun. I think that's probably it for his turn, because I'm pretty sure that any extra things he's got were probably spent in just trying to get back up.
Very well.
And recover his way.
And
Arathis would like to take a legendary action.
Very well, Arathis, what would you like to do?
Arathis, from his book of exalted deeds, is able to cast Force Cage, so he is going to cast Force Cage on the Encephalon cluster.
Excellent.
Completely solid, 10 by 10 box around the Encephalon cluster.
Very well, and roll a d20 for me. A flat d20.
12.
Arathis, you attempt to cast Force Cage, and the Force Cage blinks into existence with just a split second, and it's like you just got a brain freeze, and suddenly you screw up, and the spell disappears.
Can I use a luck point to reroll?
To reroll, we are in 2024 rules now, and luck points are advantage, so you announce them before rolling the d20, unfortunately.
I just rolled down. Okay.
So...
All right. Okay.
You can use an inspiration if you want.
I don't have inspiration.
Okay. So...
Does anyone have inspiration?
I have mine.
Okay. Yeah, I'm doing it for you, so... Alright, let's try this again. Nope, that's even worse. Alright. Crap. I tried.
And
I'm trying to help you out, dude.
you try to contain that creature in the force gauge, but something in here tells you that magic it's not really reliable in this place, and or something came to. It's not the first time you try to cast force gauge on this thing, and the last time it happened the same. You've tried to use force gauge, and for whatever reason, the spell just failed to stick. You think, well, after Mistra was assassinated, magic was not reliable across the multiverse, and now that you are in this alien place, it's even less reliable, apparently. So, okay. Arathis, what else? That was your legendary action, right?
That was a legendary action.
All
yeah,
right.
Yeah, I was trying to box it in before it had a chance to. I was trying to help Manny Marco, but
all right,
didn't help.
Okay.
And real quick, should I be applying damage for Mammoth-Fuel?
Yes, absolutely. 28 points of damage, 28 points of bludgeoning damage. Yes. And with that, we have the Encephalon cluster is going to attack now with all his little buddies. And by the way, the other ones that were stunned are no longer stunned, right, Arathis, after your turn?
That was legendary. My turn hasn't come back
Oh,
yet.
yes, you're true. Yeah, it's true. Sorry. All right. So, the Encephalo cluster is going to attack, and he's going to do 2 slam attacks.
It needs to do wisdom saves, right?
Yes.
For Manny Marco?
Yep.
Yes,
it's his turn.
he does.
With save.
All right. Wisdom save to be against frightening, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it passed. And it's going to attack you.
I'm sorry, I'm not playing your character for you. There are 2 wisdom saves it needs to make. Am I correct?
Does it still need to make a wisdom save for Compelled Duel?
For what?
Compelled Duel.
Compelled Duel. He already failed that. Yeah, he can do it again at the end of his turn, if I'm not mistaken. It's at the end of his turn.
All right, that was right.
Yeah. To see if he's still compelled. All right. So the first slam attack's at 29. I assume that hits.
Yes.
All right. So that's 10 points of bludgeoning, 10 points of damage. This is magical bludgeoning. So you have a total of your resistance to magical bludgeoning.
I don't think I have resistance to magical bludgeoning.
Okay. Let me check. Yeah, no, you don't. So with that, 20 points of damage, and am I applying this? Yeah, 20 points of damage altogether, and you gotta do a DC 18 Strength saving throw, or you fall prone immediately.
30.
Excellent. And now this creature is going to release another, because it always does that, another 4 of those little things will burst out of it and just start flying in the air around.
Is it losing health when it does this, or is this just like a thing it can do forever?
Not something I can answer. And it bursts them out, and all of them are going to attack you now. As of course, it's compelled duel, so yeah.
I'm tanking wonderfully.
Yes, you are.
My job is, I am doing my job. It is fine.
Very well. So now we have all of them as a bonus action can leech, and all of them can do psychic slam attacks on you in their turn. So let's see if they will manage to attach to you first. You gotta do 6 dex saves, DC 24. You have a -2 on that, and you have a +2 actually because of And the DC is 24.
32, 32,
Yeah.
30,
Excellent.
24,
That passes still.
32,
One more.
and 19, 20, 21.
19
21.
fails.
Okay, so I only failed a single one.
Yes, and a single one of them attaches to you right on the back of your head, which now has a triangle coming out of it. As a bonus action, that one is going to leech on you. Still part of the same bonus action. So you take 7 points of piercing damage. And
I think we forgot a step.
You forgot what?
Did you? I think we skipped a step. Did you roll frightened for them?
I don't have to.
You don't have to.
No.
They don't. They're immune. Okay.
So the creature, it's a hive mind.
Oh, okay. So only the single one does. Okay,
Yeah.
makes sense.
So for that you take 7 points of piercing damage, and where's the tokens are so small in this map. 7 points of piercing damage, and the creature is attached to the back of your head. And now let me attack you 6 times with their psychic slams, because all of them attack you at the same time. Here comes 25, 21, 20, 24, 24, and 15. How many of those hit? Notice
anything
you
above
have
20.
Everything above 20. Very well. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 attacks. That's 35 plus 41, which is 76. You take 76 points of psychic damage. Just like that. Manimarkle, those creatures are they're just trying to destroy and shatter your mind and your resolve as you stand there as an avenging angel, covered and surrounded by them. One attaches to the back of your head, and they just keep blasting you with this mind attacks. For the other ones, they're not going to do anything because they're stunned. Arleth is still stunned, but he can still use. He can't move. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I can cast a spell as a legendary action, right?
Yes, as a legendary action,
Okay.
and when you take damage, you can use a legendary reaction as well.
Okay. I would like to
Also,
add-
you are below 100. You could potentially trigger your mythic trait if you want.
Not sure what mine is right now. Is it the? I remember we talked about. I remember the.
All right, not the
This is
macro,
finished.
the mythic trait. So your mythic trait is every time you are below 100 hit points, once per long rest, when you are reduced to less than 100 hit points, you can invoke your mythic trait as an extra reaction. Your divine essence, so you can use you can have a free macro ability activation, but you guys don't have macro abilities yet. But you have the divine resurgence, which your divine essence grants you a burst of cosmic energy, allowing you to perform a full turn immediately, acting out of the normal initiative sequence. On this turn, you can move up to your speed and are granted 1 action, 1 bonus action, and 1 additional reaction that can be used before the start of your next turn. This reaction can only be employed to execute an opportunity attack or to trigger class features or other feats that require a reaction. Now, that is to say, it can't be used for legendary reaction. So this mythic trait is you can activate now and have a full turn once you withdraw. So as a reaction to getting below 100 hit points, if you miss the trigger, you can't activate again.
So anytime you're knocked below 100, you can do it. If I healed up,
Not every time.
without
Once
taking
per
it,
long
then-
rest. Once per long rest.
No,
Now,
I'm saying if I
bear in
chose not
mind
to do it,
that
if
will
I chose
cost.
not to take it,
Yeah.
and I just healed back up to over 100, and then it was knocked back down, I'd get another opportunity activated.
Yes. You can do that once per long rest every time you get below 100. But bear in mind, you have a limited pool of divine essence, and activating this consumes one of your essences.
Okay, I think it's gonna take a normal
Legendary action. Very well.
Has to cure myself.
Go ahead.
Regained 45 healing.
Excellent. So you are back to 97.
Nice.
Very well. And with that, it would be Arleth's turn. He's not here. Anyone wants to switch with Arleth?
Could I actually do my legendary action instead?
Yes.
Signature spell, haste. Does that work normally?
Yeah, it looks like.
Okay, good. So then my speed's double.
Roll.
My AC's double.
Yeah. No, you don't have to roll for this one. Very well. You cast haste on yourself. Anyone want to switch turns with Arleth?
No?
No?
I mean, I guess.
All right.
I mean,
Arathis,
it just would be one. Yeah.
go ahead.
So my question is, to my knowledge, what I learned was attacking the two that are attached to Arleth also affects him. Is that a correct assumption?
Not in terms of damage, but in terms of stunning.
Okay. All right.
So applying a condition to a creature that's attached to him applies the condition to him. That's what you've learned.
Okay. All right. All right. I would like to again non-lethal damage. I will position myself right
Yeah.
here. I'll go for the north one first with Peacekeeper. Non-lethal damage and attempt to keep them stunned. So I'll just roll. We're gonna go 1, 2. I'll just do 2 attacks, north and then south.
Very
For
well.
those for Peacekeeper.
Okay.
So there's that one. And that one. -2 on both of them, so a 23 for the lowest.
Very well.
And then this
That
is
will hit.
north. This is south. Again, non-lethal.
Okay.
And if they could still do their
These were 2 attacks, right?
yeah.
Okay. So that one falls to the ground and seems not to be moving.
Okay. I killed it
Yes.
just because of too much damage. Okay.
It's not. No. If you are declaring that an attack is non-lethal, when a creature would be reduced to 0 hit points, it is reduced to unconscious instead. But that is because you know when to pull back. This is an anatomy of an alien creature. You have no idea how much damage you can stop and just make it stop moving.
Fair
So
enough.
you just hit a little bit way too hard.
Then?
Yes.
Okay. Can I roll something to learn from the first one then?
Yes.
The one
Roll.
that I just killed.
Roll investigation.
Okay. Yeah, 19.
Yes. You think
And I've got an aura, so that's 24 actually
you
because of the aura.
you were just you think you just exceeded a little bit too much. Perhaps you
Okay.
can try in the one to the south and, get a better sense.
Oh, okay. So maybe I miss. So the 30 was the one at the north. The 25 is the one on the south. So I split those. That's how
Oh,
do
I
those.
thought both attacks on the one on the north.
No. I did one north and one south.
Okay. So
whatever you want.
let's rewind that and let me give. So the one he's still flying, and it's gotta do a wisdom save for the stun. All right.
Yeah.
And what is the AC?
So
Roll a
20.
20. Okay.
22.
Then it fails and still stunned and flying in the air. And the one in the south takes the damage as well. So none of them is unconscious. And the one in the south failed as well, is still stunned.
Okay. So then I will flurry of blows. And I will do the same thing. No stunning strike, but I will do non-lethal. I'll just go. What would be the one right next to me that's attached to Arlith?
Aratus, while you would like to do one non-lethal, you do wonder if you do non-lethal, if these creatures are going to continue stuck to Arlith.
Okay.
I mean, you can try to pull them off if you want from Arlith.
Yeah, but I can't do that for flurry of blows, could I? Because I've already used my 2 attacks for my action.
Yeah. So no, not for flurry of blows, but perhaps in the next time you could just try, just yank them off Arlith. Go ahead, roll the attacks.
Yeah. Okay. So crap. What am I gonna do? Non-stunning strike, but because I don't want to stun Arlith, since I learned from that last time.
Okay.
So we'll do 1 on each of these for my flurry of blows.
Excellent.
Okay. I gotta switch that up. Okay. So that's the one next to me, and then the one a little further south.
Okay.
And then here's the damage for the first one, and the damage for the second one.
Very well. Both hit. And you're not applying a stun, you said?
I am not going to stun because I don't want to stun Arlith.
Very well. So the 3 of them don't have the stun condition anymore.
What do I want to do here? That was 15 feet. So I still have about 50. I think he's just gonna rinse and repeat the same thing he did last time. I think I'm just gonna come over here and just observe what happens.
Very well.
And that'll complete my turn.
Ziltar, what would you like to do in your first turn in the game as you were watching this massive mammoth just went and ram itself against that door and nothing happened to that door, and you feel like that mammoth probably had a concussion, and you look at those 2 wizards as one is trying to talk to the lady, and the lady's not. Ziltar, you think you've seen that air genasi before? It's strange. It's you have the impression that, or perhaps it's just her hair. There's very similar to yours, but who knows?
It is fabulous hair. He's going to think to himself as he flies 65 feet, maintaining an altitude of 30.
Okay.
and he's gonna say, I know you're quite big, but even the biggest of heads can't smash through everything. What's going on over here? And he's gonna say that to Loompa the wizard and Cthulhu?
Mamux the Q.
Mamux the Q.
None of them hear you.
None of them hear me. Okay. He's like, oh, this door is obviously of some importance, and information is power. Actually, is there like any cracks in the door? Like, you know, when you close a door, there's like a gap at the bottom, at the right, and at the top. Is there any gaps like that?
No.
No.
So, just to give you some context, this whole place feels like a sort of a labyrinth where the walls are made of brain matter, and they go all the way as 30, 50 feet high until you lose sight of the end of them. As above, there is this mist with a slightly dim purple light comes out of it. And you can't see anything above it. And well, one of your guards tried to fly there, and they just fell. They flew all the way up to the mist, and then suddenly you just saw them hitting the ground. So so you know that it's not an exit. And there's more to this alien place. Your guards were killed by whatever the hell that was like a tentacle monster. You don't know. You don't have those things in the Underdark.
Ziltar. Okay, so they can't hear my voice. Ziltar is going to reach out to each one of them with telepathy and say, "What exactly is going on here? And why can't you hear my words?"
They still can't hear you.
Still can't hear me. Interesting. Ziltar is going to cast Arcane Eye.
Roll a d20 for me, please. Flat d20.
Does the -2 from exhaustion apply to this?
No.
No. Okay. Oh well, that's in that one.
You try to cast Arcane Eye, but the spell fails. You think you might be a bit too far away from the weave.
Okay.
From the source of magic of the multiverse.
Are we in dim light or dark light? Dim light or darkness?
You're definitely dim light, yes.
Okay. So he's going to use a bonus action to take the invisible condition.
Okay.
And that will be the end of Ziltar's turn. What an uninspiring first turn in the campaign, but we'll take it.
Well, Ziltar, as you're flying around like a king who's too lazy to get out of his throne around this place, it seems that you're just trying to. So far, it seems as a prudent approach to trying to figure out how what is happening, because after all, you just lost 4 guards in this place to whatever the hell that was. And then you just missed a step away, or stibbity step away from the creature, and suddenly you couldn't see your guards anymore, and you couldn't see the creature, and now here you are. You are seeing all these other creatures. This place is really strange.
Stay away from the purple mist, kids.
And
This guy thinks he's Professor Xavier rolling around in his chair.
he's blowing chairs. Yes, exactly. Coincidentally, he's also starts with an X. So maybe he'll get the title of Professor just so you guys call him
excellent.
Professor X. You gotta have to take a degree first, but Zutar. But who knows? You are the master of deception. You might just say you have one. And with that, Arleth is going to move towards you, Arathis. And what would Arleth do? Anyone wants to tell me what would Arleth do?
He'd probably try and get these things off of his head.
Very well. So I'm going to do that. And that's a strength check. Which he failed. And he's going to try again.
It's a +5. He has a +5 from my aura.
He still fails. It's a 25 to pull them off. He fails both checks.
From my aura.
Still failed. It's too far from that. As he tries to pull them off, he can't. As a bonus action, he's trying to telekinetic shove them off to see if if he can remove them out, and they have to do a strength save, DC 18, or he's gonna push them telekinetic out of his shoulder. And they failed, and he removes one of them. That flies out, and he discovers that perhaps this is a more effective way than try to use his muscles. But he ends his turn there. There's not much else he can do. Money Marco.
All right, I will.
Yeah.
I will take my legendary action for this round then.
Yeah.
And my peacekeeper. It says that I can throw it with a range of 30 feet, and it will immediately fly back to me. So with Peacekeeper, I will throw it and attempt to stun the one that he just got off of his head.
Very well. Okay.
$34.
Yeah, that hits.
Here's the damage, and it needs to do that the stunning strike save 22.
Very well. It failed, and it's now stunned.
Cool. Thank you.
Very good. And with that, Money Marco, what would you like to do?
I'm going to use a bonus action to lay on hands, so plus 100 health for me.
Very well.
And then, do I have useful spells for this? Or am I just lacking in the AoE department? I'm just lacking in the AoE department. It says. I've got a bunch of auras, but I don't think any of them would be particularly helpful.
Would you like to switch your turn while you figure out what you want to do?
Yeah, sure. So what else did?
All right.
If there are any spells I could use that are going to be useful right now.
All right. Who wants to take first dibs?
I guess I can.
All right. Lumpa, what would you like to do?
You know, I've already done it twice. I might as well try it a third time. I'm gonna do my Misty Step.
Excellent.
See where you end up.
The third time. I'm gonna Misty Step right here. Let's see what happens.
And Lumpa, as you missed a step, this time something's different. As you've missed a step, now you see Mamutsuku. And he's knocked prone on the ground close to the door. And Mamutsuku, Lumpa just appeared out of nowhere.
Are you all right? What happened? And she looks around. Do I see anyone else?
Nope.
Wait, so I can hear her now?
You can
I
see.
can already see her.
You can see and hear her now,
And Lumpa's just gonna.
and she can see you.
She's just gonna touch Ixtihul. Okay. Where are the others?
Yeah, frustrated elephant noises.
Ooh. Oh man, that's a bit loud. She backs up. Well, I'm glad I could find someone here. Apparently, every time I misty step, something weird happens. What about... Wait, that means I'm back with the others, right? They should be...
One second. I forget what the rules are with wild shape. Can I still communicate like normally? I don't think
Do you have telepathic communication?
I do not have telepathic communication. No.
So, no.
You can wave your trunk at him.
Yeah, but like, yeah, I guess I'm just gonna wave the trunk, kind of vaguely in the general direction of back the way we came. I guess because that's.
You look like you hit your head pretty hard at the on the door.
Yeah, that's a vague vertical trunk wave, kind of almost like a nod.
Well, there's probably got to be some key or something to open that door up. That does answer my question of can an elephant with brute force knock down the door? And it seems not.
And that's a side-to-side trunk waggle.
Well then, let's go catch up with the others then. I'm sure, and the other path we took, we could find something to open this place up. By the way, did you find that wizard anywhere? I couldn't find him.
That's another vaguely side-to-side trunk waggle.
And so then, with the rest of my movement, let me just measure. So I did 36 feet. I got 94 left. No, 84 left. I'll go move my movement speed here. As an action, I'll dash as I'm running. It says, "Let's see if you can keep up with me. It's time for a workout." And I'm just gonna go here, here. Do I see anything as I go down here, Legend?
You see nothing.
Okay.
The place is empty.
And with the
But
remainder of my
everyone
movement-
else see Loompa. Oh, look, Loompa is back.
Boom, just runs through everything.
Yes, and you also see her passing through everything like a ghost.
And I'll end my turn there.
Very well. So Arathis, Manimarco,
This is the
Loompa just
first time
passed
that
through
I've
you.
seen. Yeah, this is the first time that I've seen this happen, though. Right? Because didn't they entered?
I think it happened.
Yeah.
I think it happened last session that she passed by you, and but you might not have seen her passing through someone. But yeah, right now she just passed through Manimarco and everything, and just passed through it.
Can I roll an Arcana or something to try and deduce any type of information?
So Arcana is to retrieve knowledge you already have. If you want to deduce something, that's investigation.
Okay. Yeah, that's a 13.
You've
Well, but then I've got plus 5s. Yeah,
You-
I don't.
something happened. You think perhaps she cast etherealness on her. Perhaps she's
Okay.
immaterial.
As I say,
Okay.
the only person who now knows is Ixtihil, correct? Because I mentioned it.
Yeah. So yeah, Loompa, you've passed. Is that the end of your turn?
Yep.
Very well. Money Markle, what would you like to do?
I'm going to cast Hold Monster on the big freaking great monster.
Very well.
Good.
And they passed.
Shame. In that case, I've already used my bonus action for healing. That's my action. That leaves me nothing. My turn is over. Shame.
That's it? You don't want to use any bonus action or move or nothing like that?
I already used my bonus action. To use lay on hand.
Oh yes, that is true. All right. Okay.
And I'm pretty sure if I tried flying away from these guys, I'd just get force smacked into oblivion.
Very well. So you're gonna continue to
sit here and hold aggro.
All right.
Well, they figure out how to get rid of the rest of them.
And Mamutzik, where would you like to go?
All right. Well, so as a bonus action, he's gonna drop wild shape and just go back to being regular. Now, does that like? Can I count that as him also getting like back on his feet? Like, can he unwild shape himself back onto his feet, or is he still prone?
Yes, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay. Then, and he still can't see the mystery wizard or Zilthar, right?
Correct.
Okay. Well, in that case, then he is just gonna fly off in the direction that Loompa went.
Okay.
So that's
What is his flying speed?
60, and I believe this is 115. So that is both that is a dash action.
Very well. And Zilthar, he flies through you. And suddenly you feel like a ghost just passed through your body.
Oh, peasants. How dare they?
And then he's got another 5 feet of movement, so he's gonna move to there. And that being his bonus action, his move action, and his action. I think that is it for his turn.
Could I do my legendary action again?
Yes.
I'll yell out. I'll say, Ixtihu, over here! Back to where we came! And I'm gonna run. Or just move again as my legendary action.
All right.
So then... Oh, the spider scared me for a quick second.
Here you find the dead spiders again and the dead party of adventurers that you had seen before.
Alright, and then I'll continue moving. Let's see. That's 8.
And from where I'm at now, am I able to see? What am I able to see?
No one. Nothing that is on the map is visible to you. It's just the normal place, just the normal corridor. There you see no creatures in there. The only creature you saw was Loompa.
Okay.
And I moved my 120 feet as my legendary action. That ends my legendary action.
Very well. And it's now the turn of the cluster, who is going to continue to... Oh, go ahead. Legendary action.
I'm going to bonk the weird grape that had taken damage earlier from my cleave attack.
Okay, very well. That bonked.
Nice.
Very well.
Nice.
And
What does sap do?
I
for the
believe
weapons
that one
master?
reduces movement speed, or is that the one that gives disadvantage? I can't remember. One of my weapons gives disadvantage, the other one gives less movement speed. I could go check. I haven't been using
legendary action allows you to attack up to extra attack, so you're able to make a second if you've 2.
Oh, I can? Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay then. I will make my second attack then. And yes, it does give disadvantage on the next attack. So I will attack the one next to that one.
Okay.
And
So which one is the one you're attacking? Can you show me on the map?
so
The one that took damage before from you, right? That was the first
Yeah,
one. And
that was the
which one
first
is the
one.
next one?
the one that's the one to like diagonal right of me is the first one, right? So the
Yeah. Yeah.
second one would be the one directly above me.
So this one was the first one. This is the second one.
Yes.
All right. So
And they both have disadvantage on attacks now.
excellent. Very well. And it's now the turn of the big encephalon cluster, and is going to attack you again with its slam attack. So that's a 21 to hit you for
That'll do it.
16 points of bludgeoning plus 8 of psychic. And here comes another slam attack. It's another 21 for 11 points of bludgeoning and 6 of psychic. So a total of 25, 49 points of damage altogether. And as it did before, it will release... I gotta take this out of the way. As it did before, it will release a d4 of this... It will burst a d4 of these little creatures. And it bursts another one. And...
Does the big cephalon cluster have to take another check to not be feared since it's still starting its turn in my aura? In the aura last 10 minutes?
yes, let me do a check. Let me just double check. Yeah. And it passed. Yeah. It's a DC 17, correct?
Yeah, I think so. Let me double check for real.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems that is the frightful aura. Wisdom saving throw against... Yeah, it's a DC 17. It's against your spell DC. All right. So with that, there's yet another one of those little creatures, and they're piling on you very quickly, Mini Marco. Now, you can be the biggest demigod in the multiverse, but if you're fighting a mob that has a big chunk of action economy on you, your HP is going to go down very fast. You now gotta roll. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 DC 24 dex saves. So you can just roll 7 d20s and let's make this fast. Just roll 7 d20s and we add your modifiers if you beat the 24. And your modifier is the 13.
That's including everyone's aura, right?
Yes, he has a plus 15 actually with everybody's auras.
So...
All right. So get inspiration from the nat 20. With the people's auras, you now have 3 of them attached on you. All the other things you've passed. So 3 of these little guys now attached on you, and you become blind because some of them attached on your forehead. And let me... And with them attaching, the ones that attach give you 3d4 immediately, plus the one that was already attached before, so you now have 4 on you, so that's 12d4. and there's a total 30 points of piercing damage that you take. And now they're all going to do their psychic attacks on you. And that's a total. So your AC is 20. That's 1 hit, 2 hits, 3 hits, and a nat 20. So with that, you take that's 27, 41, 60 points of psychic damage. And accounting with the 2 that had disadvantage, 60 points of psychic damage altogether. And you have 4 of those things on you, and you are physically blinded because they attach to your face right above your eye. One of them, and they are all attached to your head.
Could I use a legendary reaction to try and remove some of these?
A legendary reaction. Yeah, you should be able to do that with a legendary reaction. Yes, why not?
Which
So you gotta pass a strength check 25 to remove them, to yank them off.
check or strength saving throw?
Strength. It's not save. It's a strength check.
Okay. 15. Shame.
So even with the +2 you're getting from the auras, it's not it's not enough as you try to yank them. All right. So as a legendary reaction, just for your information, you can disengage, hide, or help. You can move up to your speed. You can attack with the extra. With the standard extra attacks you have, if they are available, but without any action surge or similar multiplying effects. You can cast a spell that has a casting action of a bonus action or a reaction, and you can use a bonus action that doesn't rely on spell casting as well as a legendary reaction. Okay, so and with that.
If that's the end of the
yes, it is.
On Cluster's turn, then I'd like to use a legendary action to move to right there.
Very well.
Ziltar is also going to take a legendary action and move to here.
Very well. And Ixtihu, now Arath is that. Now that's very strange because the images of Ixtihu.
Is he right in the like inside of it?
He's inside of it. You can see part of his head just coming out like of the thing, and part of most of his body is inside, and he's just flying through it. Particularly strange. Arath, what would you like to do? It's your turn.
Oh, is it mine already? Holy
yes.
crap. Sorry, I was looking at Mythic Aura. That also gives them a -2 on their saving throws.
Yes, it does.
I didn't realize that. Okay. So with my first action, I'm going to come here, or with movement, so that's 10 feet, and I'm going to try to remove that from Arlith for him.
All right.
The one that's attached to him.
Roll a strength check.
As an attack strength check.
Yeah, unless you want to do something like a telekinetic shove or something, then that would work as well.
Well, I have. Let me look, because I have like. I have push or topple. Topple makes them prone, and I can push them with flurry of blows. And they'd have to do a. No, that wouldn't work either, though. No. Okay.
You've learned that if you
so
apply a
as-
condition to one of them, you apply the condition to.
Yeah. All right, so here's my strength.
All right.
No, that doesn't work.
Yep. You try to pull it, and it just goes like slip. It just slips through your fingers.
Okay. Does that count as an attack?
That counts as an action. Yes.
No. So that's the action. Because I get 2 attacks. That doesn't count as an attack. That's an action. That's what I'm asking.
Let's call it a grappled attack. That's fine. I'll put it the same level as a grapple attack. So you can or a
Okay.
shove attack. So you can roll another one if you want.
Yeah. Yes, please. No. No. Goodness. I will do flurry of blows.
Okay.
On this one here is a bonus action, and then coming down here, just trying to knock them unconscious.
Okay.
Can I just tap them? Like, what can I do?
Sure. You can attempt
Do I
to.
know enough to? No, because I didn't. Yeah. Crap. All right, that's the first one. And
Okay.
here's the second one. And first one. Second
Very
one.
well.
I'm just trying to knock them to the ground.
Very well. You do manage to. So the first one you accidentally kill.
Okay.
As you were trying to knock it down. The second one,
Okay.
you've managed to knock it down, and it's
Okay.
unconscious on the ground, or it's not moving,
Okay.
but you don't think it's dead.
Okay. All right. I will, under my breath, Arathis will say, I am sorry, may you find peace, to the creature that he killed.
Okay.
And to have more movement. That was action. I think I'm just gonna stay there so that I can possibly use my next legendary action to help
Very
get
well.
that enough. All right, that's the end of my turn.
Okay. Ziltar, what would you like to do? Oh, and this is the end of your turn. This creature is no longer stunned.
Yeah, it's stunned.
Siltar's gonna come around the corner.
Yeah.
And
You see this
Whoa.
entire mass there. And all of these creatures, you saw them before, but now the mass is even bigger than it was before.
We have a little fun, Ziltar says to himself. Will we cause some chaos and will we sow some discourse? Yeah. Ziltar is keeping to his just whimsical, chaotic nature, is gonna cast Maddening Darkness.
Very well. Roll a flat
I know
d20
that-
for me.
I'm gonna do this with a luck point to roll with advantage. If I have luck.
This is not a d20 test.
D20 test. Okay.
This is not a d20 test. It's just a randomizer that I'm using a d20 for.
Gotcha.
You're just generating a
That's a
random
2.
number. Yes. You attempt to cast Maddening Darkness, and you can see the wisps of the darkness starting to come out of your fingers, and suddenly they just whisk away. And there is, it's like your magic just, what the hell? You just misfire, Ziltar. And no maddening, it still consumes your spell slot, but no maddening darkness comes out.
Oh, the pains of this place. It's a pity my guards didn't test this before they perished. Mind you, I didn't even know their names, so I don't really care. As a bonus action, with his illusionist bracers, he will cast Eldritch Blast. No, he won't, because I have to cast it as an action first. Zilthar will end his turn there. He's very disgruntled. Very upset he's not getting his way.
Would you like to move?
Oh yeah, I forgot I could do that. Zilthar will. I have 25, so I have 40 left. Zilthar will come 20 feet here. Just get a scope of the land.
Mm-hmm.
And then he'll. And nobody can see him.
Do I see him?
No one sees him. No, you can see everybody, but you don't. You're not completely sure if it's because they cannot see you or because they haven't noticed you, Ziltar, because you are flying in a chair 30 feet above the ground.
We ball.
To me, my X-Men.
Ziltar is gonna hook himself up to Cerebro and end his turn.
Very well. Did you use it was a Misty Step that you used in the last part or no? Or was just a movement?
No, I didn't. It was just my last bit of movement, yeah.
All right. Okay. So Arleth is going to use his telegnetic shove to get rid of this creature. And the creature got to do a DC 18 strength save, which it fails, and Arleth pulls that creature away 30 feet from him, out of his shoulder, that way. And now that he got rid of it, and he has haste, and he has a bunch of speed and stuff, he's just going to get the hell out of the way of these creatures, but not before shooting that one that he pulled away. He's gonna try and get rid of them. So here comes. He has. What does he have here? That's fun. Yeah, let's just make him come all the way over here, and then, well, Arleth would probably try to help Manimarco. So, but first he's gonna kill those two creatures that are flying there as he tries to cast a lightning bolt. Let's see if he can get. Nope. He starts to. You guys see him. You see the lightning forming in his fingers as he says the components, and he prepares to cast lightning bolt, and then he just fizzles out, and the magic doesn't come out of his fingers. And Arleth is confused. He doesn't know what to do, and that's the end of his turn.
My legendary action this round will be to attempt to knock this one out by throwing my quarterstaff.
Okay.
To knock it to the ground.
Okay. Go ahead.
22.
All right. 22 hits. Yes. Go ahead. Roll damage.
All right. So this is just to knock it out.
The AC on these little guys is 14, guys, and on the big one as well.
Yeah.
All right. So 19 does knock that creature unconscious to the ground.
Okay.
Although strange concept.
Now wait, I do get 2 attacks though. Hold on.
Hold on just a minute.
How? Well, no, I don't know what the 30 feet. Can I throw that? can I? Because it comes back to me.
Yeah.
All
Go
right,
ahead.
I'm gonna try to knock out stunning strike on this one down here then.
Very well.
So the staff, he throws the staff, knocks that one unconscious. It comes back in his hand. He spins it above his head and throws it again at the second one.
Excellent.
Stunning strike.
Very well.
And it is a DC 23, not a 22.
Okay. And the creature failed.
Okay. And then the staff comes flying back in his hand, and he just stands at the ready again.
Excellent. And we are back at the initiative again. Money Marco. Actually, before we start this new round, how about to take a little bio break of 10 minutes, and we'll be right back, everybody.
God, this picture is so disgusting.
All right.
The picture is hilarious.
I'll be back in a few minutes.
Back in a few.
All right. Is everybody back?
Yes, sir.
Yep, I'm back.
Money Marco, it's to you.
Yep.
Very well.
I had myself muted. I'm here.
Very well. Very well. Okay. So let's get back to the action. Well, you guys were interested in the Far Realm. And if you are not in the Far Realm, you're certainly the most alien place in the multiverse that is not the Far Realm. Because, yeah, it's... what a weird place. This thing about you guys not being able to see, and the magic here seems not to be reliable at all. It seems like a lot of what you guys are doing that is more reliable are things that relate to the feats and the powers that you carry within, rather than the feats and powers that you drain from somewhere else. That seems to be the theme here. Also, this place is huge, and these walls made of brain matter. It's yeah, it's all a little bit much, and for your minds to comprehend. So far you've been focusing on the combat and on the battle and on trying to get rid of all these things that keep jumping on you. But I must say, you've been here for longer than you actually realize. And all of you gain one more level of exhaustion.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh. Saucy.
And for those of you folks out there who are watching, and if you have played against an enemy like this one, like the Encephalos cluster, and you with your tier 2, tier 3 party, and you were like, oh my god, this guy is so difficult. Well, you are seeing a bunch of demigods getting their asses kicked. Well, one of them getting their asses kicked by these things. So you can see that is sometimes even a demigod tier, you can still be in a lot of trouble. D&D is D&D after all. You can die at any level. There's no plot shield anywhere in D&D. All right. So with that.
That's -4 now and -10 feet.
Yes, that is correct. That is -4 now and -10 feet. So all the checks you guys make, all the 20 checks have -4. Let me apply to Arleth. Poor Arleth. He's not even here. He doesn't even know that he just got level 2 of exhaustion. And everybody else, I think we're just yeah, everybody else got theirs. Very well. Money Marco, what would you like to do?
Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is use a bonus action to activate the Boon of Recovery.
Yes.
Which lets me roll a number of 10d10s.
Very well.
10 of them, I believe. So I'm going to roll 10.
Oh, they did that, huh? With the 2024. Oh, I had forgotten about that. They really.
61 health. Lovely.
This used to be such a good boon. You used to get half of your health back. So if you had like 300 health, you would just get like 100.
Oh no, I still get that.
You still get that?
Except it's when I drop to 0 health, I regain half my health. And in addition to that, I get 10d10 pool.
You get a 10d10. All right. Well, yeah, I guess.
10d10 of healing at any time, and then if I die, get knocked, quote unquote, I get to jump back to half.
Okay, so it's still good. Still good. Very well.
Yeah, it's still good. Then I'm going to just fly over here. And
you will fly.
Yes, I'm going to fly from here to here.
That will trigger a bunch of reactions unless you have the speedy feat. Do you?
I do have speedy feat.
Excellent.
Yes.
All right. They changed was mobile. All right. So with that, what else would you like to do?
And then I'm going to spend the rest of my action to remove the.
Yes, because there are four of them that are attached to you. And Ziltar, you just see this guy flying out with spectral wings, and it seems like some sort of paladin. As you look at him, his face, his head, everything just covered in this sucky little things. Very strange.
Legend.
Yeah.
Look at speedy feat under 2024.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a opportunity attacks are
disadvantage. It doesn't prevent opportunity attacks.
All right. Okay. So in that case, you do take 1, 2, 3, 4 opportunity attacks with disadvantage. Very well.
I'll be fine.
Well, that's a 23. 1 will hit. The other 2 already had disadvantage, so it's just going to be a 12 won't hit, another 12 won't hit, and a 25 will hit. All right, so you take with disadvantage doesn't stack. So neither advantage. And if for whatever reason I missed that they changed this in 2024, I wouldn't allow it in my games either way. It just breaks everything. So the 23 is hits you for 7 psychic damage, and then the 25 hits you for another 19 bludgeoning damage and 10 psychic damage, so a total of 36. And Money Marco, you take you gotta do a DC 18 strength check, or you fall prone. And now with the prone condition, if you're flying and you fall prone, unless you have hovering speed, you hit the ground.
I do have hovering, and I also rolled 19.
Okay, you do have hovering speed.
Minus 4.
Aren't you using spectral wings?
Yeah, it says in the spectral wings. It says you can hover.
Okay.
Let me pull it back up. I'm fairly certain it said you can hover.
One thing is to give you flying speed. The other thing is to give you hovering speed.
You sprout spectral wings to your back and have a fly speed of 60 feet and can hover.
Excellent. So if you fall prone, you don't fall. Very well. All right. So Money Marco, go ahead and roll. What is that you want to do? You want to remove them? Try and it's strength check 25 to yank them off. I assume you're starting with the ones that are above your eyes.
Yes.
Yes.
26.
You remove one of them.
Minus 4 plus 2.
That's a -2. So you have actually you don't have anything because you have a -4 and a +4. So
it's just 0.
So it's just 0. Yes. For the time being, the -4 is nullifying the benefits of your. The only thing your auras are doing is adding is subtracting from the saving throws of enemies at this moment. And you can do it again.
Already did.
Just see one roll. There you go. And the second one, and as you remove the second one, you're no longer blinded.
Huzzah! That's my action. I already used bonus action for healing. I think that means I'm done.
Excellent. Loompa, what would you like to do?
Feeling the exhaustion take place again, I'm going to activate Blade Song as a bonus action and increase my speed even further.
Very well.
Well, that wizard just jumped.
Yes, that wizard just came running all the way from there over here, and you guys see, all of you there see the wizard.
Oh, wow. And then I will move to the right, so as I now have 130 speed, given with the exhaustion, I'll go here. And then as an action, I'll dash.
Okay.
And as I get over here, what do I see?
All right. Let me describe to you what you are seeing there on the other side of the map. There's even an image for this. 5 human corpses slump against this chamber's wide, rounded wall. This, yes. Oh yeah, it displayed the image. Great. They merge seamlessly with the wrinkled gray walls and floor, as though melted into it. Only their upper torsos and heads remain free, and each lifeless face is frozen in a scream expression.
As I get
I think I can zoom this in for our audience. Do I have that?
So I have 65 feet left.
This is how they look like. And it's in the Roll20 chat. Fun times.
Is there anything on them as I get closer?
So they're wearing the very same clothes as the very same type of clothes as that other wizard had. You can see the robe. You can see the robe on one of them. It's the very same type of robe the other wizard had. Is a robe of stars. And as you were looking around here, and as soon as you step closer to their corpses, flaming skulls erupt from each corpse's head, and the 5 flame skulls suddenly become hostile towards you. So on that note, let's start this party, Loompa. As the 5 flaming skulls join the initiative. Oh, so fun. They actually made... I gotta zoom in for this. They actually made the 5 flaming skulls the same faces that are in the image. Fun. All right. They didn't just use the standard default token. Very well. Cool. Loompa, what would you like to do now that you have a bunch of flaming skulls coming at you?
Oh, no time for them. And I have 65 feet of movement speed.
Very well.
So I'll just go over here, and what do I see as I travel around?
All right. Let me describe what you see there in that corner. There are several fleshy lumps in the floor that rise like stalagmites to heights of 2 or 3 feet tall. A ball of viscera, 2 feet across, is pinned to a wide flat wall with a large sword. A puddle of slime has leaked down this wall and onto the floor beneath the entrails. The viscera, for all you can see, you can't distinguish whatever that creature is.
Are you talking about right here?
Yes.
What's the sword?
I don't know. It's a sword. You can get closer to check, I guess. Do some sort of investigation. It looks like a great sword.
I still got 15 feet of movement, so then I'll just go over to here, and as I get closer, am I close enough to try to roll to discern something?
Yeah, roll an Arcana.
Alright, and then with a -4, natural 20.
Excellent. You get inspiration for that if you don't have already.
I'll give it to Zilthar.
All right,
You.
Very well, Zilthar, you have inspiration. And the moment you get closer, you realize this is one of those legendary silver swords that the Githyanki use. This is a Githyanki greatsword.
Ooh,
Um,
take that later.
It is lodged into the wall, but it could potentially be pulled free with a little effort. Of course, you have 5 flaming skulls behind you, so yeah. And the hole left by the greatsword seems to be almost wrapping around the blade as if it's trying to close.
Well, I'm almost done. With my haste action, I'm gonna move again.
Very well. Now, folks, for those of you who are tier 2 and the tier 3, and you've playing dungeons out there in Dungeons and Dragons, there's a very little strategy when you're playing dungeons, which is to keep accumulating the number of enemies that come out of each one of the rooms, like keeping opening doors or keeping turning corners and this kind of stuff, and bringing more and more enemies towards you, because, well, you can be swarmed by hordes of enemies, just like Marco is right now. So Lumpa is playing a dangerous game. Lumpa, go ahead.
Well, Loompa does this in other games too.
Yes.
My speed will be the death of me one day. So let's see here. And then I'll go around this corner, and what do I see?
Very well. As you turn that corner, panpipes play an eerie melody as you approach. Folds in the wall narrow into a dim alcove. Shadows shift rhythmically, as if mimicking a simple tune.
Alright, and then I still got like another 37 feet, so I'll go here just to take a look. And then I will use the rest of my movement to go right here. And the last 4 feet right there to end the turn.
Very well. So, as you are moving out of that place, you just feel this eerie, almost as if something was breathing on your neck. What the hell? And there is this strange, this strange sound you hear coming out of that corner. As if something was, just creeping on you.
Does my true sight, blind sight, or dark vision detect anything?
You see coming out of the walls as you look behind you a couple of rats. And not rats, vrats. Or wraiths, or however you want to...
Wraith.
Or wraiths. Wraiths.
W-A-R-I-T-H.
With American accent, wraiths. Or rats. Or wraiths. Or, anyway. Wraiths. And,
Wraiths.
or that. Whichever. Those things. And here it goes. You see 2 of them coming out of the walls. And, of course, they're gonna join the initiative as well, because the initiative was not big enough yet. And as you reach that corner there, Lumpa, you look ahead, but you can't see to your left yet, but you hear some whispers, as if someone was getting ready to jump on you. But you can't see them. They're physically behind the wall. But of course, you have bigger problems to worry about now with the wraiths as they're coming after you. And Loompa, is that the end of your turn and all the other million turns you had?
Yeah, that finishes my all that movement speed.
Very well. There's like 400 feet of movement. All right. So with that, the flaming skull is going to actually pass through the wall and come to the other side after you. As you can see, the wall just opens for the flame skull. And as the flame skull reaches the other side, just says, "There is no exit away from this place. You are dead, wizard. You might as well join us." And what is that they're doing here? Yeah, and you say what?
I just say no, thank you.
And well, that what did they do? That flame skull is going to attack you, and it will shoot with his fire ray eyes at you. And I'm gonna move them as a group actually, because otherwise this initiative is gonna be gigantic. Let me bring the other ones. As one of them is laughing, suddenly you hear the echoes and the choir of flame skulls that come at you and start to laugh. And now all of them are going to release 10 fire rays at you. They have multi attacks, so they're gonna use this. Oh boy, they broke this. And they're gonna use this twice each. So here it comes. We have some minor technical issues. Let's see what they've done here. Okay. Very well. That is, what is your AC currently, Limpa?
34.
Yes. That is ridiculous, folks. And yes, they preserve this in the new Blade Singer, so the fun will continue for all of those who love Blade Singer. And so you can have a ridiculous AC in this game. And yes, 34. Let's see if any of them is going to hit you. I have 1 net, 2 net 20s, 3 net 20s, and that's it.
I'm gonna impose disadvantage on those 3 attack rolls with my lucky for each one of those.
On those 3 attack rolls.
Yeah, when a creature rolls a d20 and an attack roll against you, you can spend 1 luck point to impose disadvantage on that roll.
They just rolled 20 attack rolls against you. How would you know which ones is the crit?
Well, if they're critting, that means 3 are gonna hit, which means I can roll lucky on. I can impose lucky on the ones at nat 20.
Okay. All right. So yeah, if you impose that, they're not gonna hit you. And all those rays of fire that came at you, rays of fire, as I was saying, rays of fire that came at you, all that fire that they released at you, nothing hits. You just stand there looking pretty. Didn't even touch.
Action.
Yes, you can do a legendary action. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna move 130 feet away.
Oh, God.
All right.
I'm just gonna go right all the way over here.
The worst.
All right. And you're running back now. All right.
Yes.
Very well. And with that, and I'm gonna do the same with the wraiths. They're just gonna move as a group. All right. So that way we don't have a very crowded initiative. And Xthu, what would you like to do?
So just double check. I can't see any of the like beings in this room, right?
That
like
is correct.
nothing that is within visual range of me I can see. Correct.
That is correct. That is correct. Yes.
Okay. So standing in this apparently empty corridor, he's gonna call out to Loompa. Loompa, where did you go?
I think I'm too
Hello?
far away to hear that.
Hello?
That's awesome.
Okay.
I don't know how you make that sound, but that's awesome.
That is all.
And with that, he's just going to teleport back 25 feet.
He was teleporting
in the
back 25
direction that he
feet.
had came.
Okay.
Yeah, in the direction that he came from, by way of Moonlight Step. And
Excellent.
does he
And
see anything there that is above his head?
yes, you see Ziltar, and you see everyone else.
Oh, fun.
You teleport and then you
Including
look
the-
behind, and then
including the
there's everybody there. You can see the wizard, you can see Ziltar, and you can see everybody else. But most importantly, Ziltar, he teleports and he's looking at you. It seems that now he can see you.
So you fly through me, and then you just stare. Who taught you manners?
Who are you? Question excuse. This is rude.
My name is Zilthar. Zilthar the Spider-Born, and
They
I came
spider
here-
born or they spider bound?
the Spider-Bound. Pardon me. I'm
Hmm.
Zilthar the Spider-Bound, and I came here. My guards died, and then you flew through me, and now you're cooing at me. I'm not someone to be chatted up. This won't work on me. Who are you?
As I have said, I am excuse. And where is he going?
And he's passing. You two see that creature. You guys, you see that wizard guy passing through everybody, and he just keeps walking as he seems to be looking for someone.
Well, we better get after him, shouldn't we? As he looks to excuse.
Perhaps, but there seems to be an awful lot going on in this place.
Can we hear this conversation? Legend?
No,
What
you
is
can't.
those?
And Ixtihul, as you're talking to Ziltar, he does seem evil and menacing as he's sitting on a floating throne. So you don't know if he's one of the evil creatures that live here. Maybe he's the owner of the place. Who knows? But you can you have that feeling that this is not a nice good creature. This is an evil guy.
And sorry, I'm trying to get a handle on this whole situation here, since I'm took most of this encounter in a whole other space. So, what I'm seeing right now is Metamarco has got a couple of thingamajigs on him. Do I have any concept that these thingamajigs are coming out of the
Yes.
Encephalon buster?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you can imagine because there's some, when you saw it the first time, they were flying around and it burst one of them. So you can see everybody, but the only one you can hear and talk to apparently is Ziltar. And for the rest of you who are in that fight, you can't see Ziltar or Ixtihul. And Arathis, you could see Xtu before, but then he teleported and poof, disappear. So this is
Now
about
it's
the
gone.
now he's gone. So this is about the time where Xtu, you can roll an investigation. Ziltar, you can roll an investigation, and Arathis, you can roll an investigation with disadvantage.
That's I guess that's a 24 with, or wait, no, that's what, a 22 with level 2 exhaustion, right?
That is correct.
17 for me. Oh, but our. Do I have?
No,
I have.
you have +4 from the auras, Arathis, so you don't take
So it's a
-4.
21.
Yes.
Okay.
So you're still at 21. Xtu doesn't have the auras, so he
Right, because
so he has you too far away from Lumpa to get a +2 from her. So you are at 22. Ziltar, dirty 20. You -4, so you're at 16. Ziltar, have no idea what's going on. You're still trying to figure this out. Arathis and Xtu. As the both of you have been observing this, you think that there's Arathis, you think that perhaps this place, the association you make is perhaps this place has like an ethereal layer or something like that, that they are stepping into other, they're becoming immaterial, or they stepping into the ethereal, but you didn't know Xtu could step into the ethereal, could just disappear in a burst like that. So, and you don't sense him around either. Xtu for you is different. You have talked to Lumpa, and Lumpa told you that the Far Realm has several layers of reality, and they're all kind of superimposed on each other, all stacked together. No one knows how many they are. Depending on how deep you are into the Far Realm, the layers are there are more, and you might be here at the shores of the Far Realm, and there might be less layers. You don't know. All you've realized is that every time you teleport using a Misty Step or whatever it is, it seems that you start on one layer, but you end on a random one. So you don't know how many layers that are, but every time you seem to land on, let's say, a superior layer, you can see everyone who is in lower layers than you. But if you randomly end in a lower layer, you can't see those who are above you. So you can see the downstairs floors, but you cannot see the upstairs floors. So for those of you who are seeing creatures, you are seeing creatures that are either on your floor or below you, in terms of layers. And for those of you who are not seeing anyone, that's because you are in a lower floor and there's no one below you, and you can't see the ones that are above. So the players may have realized that now, but the only creature in the game that knows that in character and could deduce that is Xtu.
okay. So trying to make sure I understand this correctly. I understand that no one else can see or hear me except for Ziltar.
Yes. So you deduce that Ziltar is in the same layer as you, the same layer of reality, and that's why he can see and hear you. And you can see and hear him. The others cannot see or hear you, but you can see them. And the reason why you think you can see them is because they are in a lower layer of reality than the one you are. So, if you were, let's say, if you were in layer 1, they could be in layer 2. And in layer 2, they cannot see layer 1, but layer 1 can see layer 2.
Gotcha. And I have no idea who Ziltar is.
You have no... Well, actually, roll religion. Let's see if you know who Ziltar is.
Come on, man. He told you. He's the spider.
You guys are well connected. Maybe.
No.
Oh, you have no idea who Ziltar is. I mean, who the hell is this guy?
Mika and Wolf?
And indeed, let's since we are on that question, let me just show our audience the social network we're dealing here.
Oh my gosh, this is insane.
Look at this. So here we have our 6 demigods, and in this party: Ziltar, Arathis, Ixtihu, Money Markle, Lumpa, and Arlith. All of them have a sponsor deity, which was the deity who, I think the technical term is put their asses on the line for you in order for you to become a demigod. And then you have the allies, those demigods that have, for whatever reason, a reason to be aligned with in objectives with you, and they might even be good friends with you, like Arathis and Rao, who went in diplomatic missions together and so on. And then you have enemies, and look how politics is in this multiverse. Look how many red lines there are in this. I mean, people really like to make enemies in this multiverse. It's unbelievable. It's like the Far Realm is not a threat at all. It's not enough of a threat, so let's fight among ourselves. So look at that. You have so many red lines. And indeed, as I look here, and I'm looking at Ziltar. Ziltar is enemy with Miska. And Miska doesn't seem to be aligned with anyone in this network. He is, however, he is allied with Varun, and he's sponsored by Lolth. Hence the Spider-Born or Spider-Bound. And then you have Ixtihu here, who is indeed in a different circle. He's enemy with Myrkul. His sponsor is Sylvanus, and his ally is Miliki. And it seems that none of them has any sort of particular relationship with anyone that Ziltar knows. You know those 6 hops, you know, your friend that knows your friend that knows your friend. It seems that for Ixtihu, there's not many hops that he can do here that would take him back to Ziltar. So yeah, it makes sense. There's 6 there.
Ziltar's a chill guy, chilling in the Underdark, making no friends.
This turns out that there are not many people you know that either ally themselves or hate Ziltar. So it's the first time you're looking this name of this wannabe demigod.
Wannabe? Hold on.
Or wannabe god. Or wannabe god. All right.
That makes more sense.
Don't
Yeah.
feel bad. My ally is enemies with all your sponsors.
There you go.
Sometimes somebody's got to take the fall.
Yeah, Lumpa, you better not advertise who your ally is. You might want to keep that to yourself.
So I think the response is going to be, I have no idea who you are, but would you call yourself a friend or foe?
I would call myself whatever I need to be to get what I want, and that's the only honest thing I'll ever say to you.
Good to know. And with that, he's going to cast Moonbeam.
Very well.
Wow.
Ziltar.
Very well.
1 second. Exactly where that spell is in my spell list.
And Ziltar, you gotta do a DC 23 con saving throw.
DC 23 con saving throw.
Yes.
Spell. I have advantage. Wow. Even with advantage.
Well, you have a -4 as well, don't forget.
I have a -4 as well, you're right.
Yes. So, he, as a consequence of the moon, well, druids, they love their moonbeam spell. It is a low-level spell, but it is somewhat annoying. There's this silvering beam of pale light that shines down upon you, and while the beam, it creates. He upcasted.
Yeah, I cast it
Okay, at 4 level. Oh, you cast it at 4 level. Roll a flat d20 for me.
Oh, all right. That's a 17.
Yeah, that works. That works. The spell finally worked. One among you managed to cast a spell that worked. And yes, the spell worked, and you've and Ziltar, you are now you take 22 points of radiant damage, and if you were shape-shifting, which you are not, you would revert to your true form until you leave this cylinder. Yes?
Okay, I have radiant resistance, so it says 19 on his damage roll.
Oh, sorry, I look at the wrong box. Yes, so you take 10 points of radiant damage. And
Perfect.
They changed some of the mechanics. All right. So yeah, you take that damage, and it seems that now you have hostility towards you, Zutar. Xtihul, what else would you like to do?
All right. So he's already used his bonus action and his regular action. So I guess. Yeah, he's just gonna use his move action to. He can see all the things in this room, but he can't interact with them, and he's aware of that. Correct?
Yes.
Okay. So...
You think you figure out how this works. You think when you are on the top layer, you can see the bottom layers, but the bottom layers can't see. Or hear you, and you can't hear them, but you can see them. And if someone is on the same layer with you, then they are in the same reality as you, and you can interact with them.
All right, then he is going to just fly over here.
Very well.
As his move action, and that is going to be the end of his turn.
Very well. And
as a legendary action, Ziltar would like to Eldritch Blast. Exictahoo!
Very well.
4 beams. Where's the? I'll do these manually because I forgot the command. 30. Natural 20. 19 and 19.
Are
Very
those
well.
against my AC?
Yeah.
Yes, Eldritch Blast, yes.
All right, they all pass.
Very well.
Okay, so let me roll the crit first.
Wait. Can I use legendary negation on that?
You can use Divine Negation, and
Yeah, divine negation. Yeah.
very well.
Does that apply to all of them or just to one?
All of them, because you are negating the spell.
Right. Then yeah, as you send these bolts of eldritch energy, just flicks them away with like a fling of his arm, and they are harmless.
Zilta's gonna look at him and he's gonna like scoff and he'll be like, "Wow, I could have done that too, but I thought you and I were gonna get to know each other." And as I said, whatever I need to be, I'm friend or foe. You've started this Fandango, so we could have been friends, even though it was something I only needed to do. But alas, at least I'm honest.
Very
It
well.
was you who picked the fight.
Let me
Can
put
you
the
remind me how much of this where we don't see any of this?
You don't
correct?
see any of this because it's happening.
That's so
it
crazy.
happens in a layer above you.
That's
Full
so
drama is
crazy.
playing out
Okay.
with no one else seeing it.
That is
Yeah.
that is the moonbeam, by the way, that you see there, XTU, and you are able to move that token around if you want. Which
Fantastic.
very well. And yes, your divine negation consumes one of your divine essences. So which we can remove after the session. It's fine. All right. As Ziltar, you try to attack him, and those 4 beings are about to be launched. And as a good demigod, he negates your spell and just your spell does nothing.
He's gonna retort and he's like, I picked the fight. I just spoke to you and was honest. You rained down this ghastly beam on me. How did I pick this fight?
Your words were offensive.
He's gonna like scratch his chin and think, a lot of people say that to me. Something I definitely won't work on because they're all wrong.
Very well. And the cluster, who is still compelled by Manimarco because I didn't manage to pass that check at the end of its turn.
You still haven't. You still
Yes.
failed the wisdom save.
Yes. And it's still compelled to Manimarco, so I guess that
But is it
compelled.
frightened though? When does it roll the frightened?
The
'Cause then
frighten
would it
rolls
have to move
now.
away?
Yes, it passed the frighten, but it fails every single one of the compelled ones, and it's the same check. And now it fails the frighten. All right. So, and with that,
What,
the
what
creature.
does it do? It just stays in place.
Well, it can just move away. As it has compelled duel, it doesn't necessarily need to. It can fight from a distance if it's frightened. So
Heard.
now that it can fight from a distance, it's frightened. It's just gonna go around the corner there and release another D4 of these little creatures, and he's gonna release 4. Yay!
Good God.
So here comes another 4 of those little creatures, as if Manimarco didn't have enough problems. And on that note, Manimarco, you take 6d4 piercing damage, which is a 15 points of piercing damage. And now all those creatures, all those little creatures that this creature is bursting out since the beginning of the battle are compelled to you. The only ones that are not compelled to you are the ones that were not inside this creature when you cast the compelled duel. So all of them.
And those ones are all dead. So all of them are aggro.
They are no. There is one that is stunned there. So yes.
This
So-
one here, legend.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be compelled.
Which one?
The one here.
This
This
one.
one, immediately to the 3 o'clock. Yeah, it would be back. It's still back up here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it was this one actually. Because that one is the one who took damage. All right. So there's a lot of a lot of them. I even lost count. I'm just gonna. I think the audience can get a clue of how many of them there are, as Manimarco is tanking the world now. We have 4, 8, 10. All right, Manimarco, 2 of them are attached to you. I'm going to put them there on the back of your head. And the other ones are not. So I actually have to move them around so I can see your token. So those two already give you the piercing damage, and now 8 of them. So roll 8d20 for me.
You know what? I'm just gonna roll it that way.
Yeah, just roll 8d20. That's fine.
It's so many.
It is. Yes, fighting minions. All right, so 8d20. You fail 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of them attached to your face, and you take that's another 12d4 of piercing damage. So 18 points of piercing damage as they latch on you. You are again blinded as there are 6 of these creatures on your head.
Can someone please set me on fire?
You know, as they are a d4, if there are 20 of them on you, you can make a d20 with them. And and let me, where is, here. All right, so you're blinded now, and here comes all the psychic attacks. So you took another 28 points of piercing. Your current health is 40, right?
Yes.
All right,
Yeah.
so here's where that boon of recovery is gonna come to save your ass.
I can take a legendary action first, right?
No, only at the end of their turns, and their turn is not done yet.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
Yep, nope, I'll take my my boon of recovery.
So that is 10. So that is 10. I'm gonna have to roll this. So that is they attack you 10 times. So
As long as I do less than 284 damage, I'll be fine.
yeah, your AC is 20. You said currently
19.
19. All right. So 19 or higher hits. So we have 1 hit. Oh wow, wow, 6 misses in a row. Okay, 1 hit, 6 misses in a row. 7, 8, 9, 10, and then another 2 hits. So that's a total of 22, 33 points of damage. You're still alive. 33 points of psychic damage. Wow, unbelievable. They've all missed, except for 3. So you have 7 hit points left, Money Marco. After all of this, Money Marco, you gotta roll a concentration save for me. In fact, not just no, you would have broken concentration already. So Arlith doesn't have haste anymore because you took way too much damage already in the previous.
Yeah.
All right.
Probably broke. Definitely broke.
And that's the end of his turn, and it's now the turn of the rat that Lumpa decided to poke.
Arlith is here.
Ooh.
Legend.
Arlith's here. Oh, welcome to the game. All right. Oh, I haven't noticed.
I got here a minute ago.
Yeah.
All right. Very
30
well.
minutes.
Very well. Right in time for your
He's been
turn.
listening for like a half an hour.
All right.
It's been a lot of turns.
Sorry, I didn't notice.
It's all good.
And I'm looking at too many screens now and too many tabs. So there are as folks, I just want you to notice a pattern here. You will see that in the screen, everybody to my left of my avatar which is half of this party, are animals. And everybody to my right has white hair. So in this party, you either an animal or you have white hair. That seems to be the criteria to get in. All right. What would you like to do?
I see I haven't lost any more health. Am I still unconscious or still incapacitated?
No, you do have exhaustion too. Arat has managed to save you, and your telekinetic shoves managed to take the creatures away from your shoulders. All the other creatures are just focusing. They're just swarming around Money Marco because he compelled them to duel. And they're still compelled to duel.
It's a really good thing.
These two, Arlith, these two with the black things are unconscious.
They are
Arrakis
unconscious,
doesn't kill.
and there is one to the south that is stunned.
Stunned.
That was on you, and you see a wizard. That wizard that's wearing a robe of stars just passed by you, just literally passed through you as a ghost. You see Manny Marco is being attacked and tanking all these creatures. He's in bad shape now. He has 6 of those creatures on his head. He's blinded by them. Yeah, you just saw Loompa passing by you. She also passed through you. And I guess that's it. That's it. You're caught up.
And
Right.
One more thing. We also know, because it happened to you, any conditions that you put on these things will go to the host, whoever they're attached to.
Yeah, not fun.
Because when I stunned the creatures, it also stunned you.
Right. I remember that.
You know that as well. Yeah.
Okay. And I also I hear that Manny Marco is very close to death. Or he looks not great.
Manny Marco is in bad shape, and you hear he's trying to take the creatures out of his head.
Okay.
No, what he shouted was, "Set me on fire, please. Somebody please set me on fire."
Yeah.
Although,
As he goads all of these creatures to attack him.
Oh, yikes! This is a situation that
I have
you guys...
got to hit him with an effect spell now.
Oh, and you've burned a 3rd level spell slot trying to cast... Oh no, 4th level spell slot trying to cast Lightning Bolt. Trying to cast, it fizzles out and it failed.
Okay.
I've ticked that in your character sheet just now.
Oh, okay. Nice. So, at risk of, I don't have much to heal you with right now, buddy. Unfortunately, that a noble work anyway. Also, how long ago did I lose haste?
A long time ago. I had to call that
so
because Manny Marco took more than 200 hit points of damage. So there's no way he would have kept that concentration going.
Gotcha. That's fine.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure I wasn't still haste sick.
All right.
Well, let's. Yes.
You
see, everything I have that could hurt these guys is gonna hurt Manny Marco too.
No, do it. You won't kill me. I'll be fine.
Okay.
Chad.
Yeah, because when he goes to 0 hit points,
He's
he
gonna jump back at
he
the hat.
heals
He'll be
for.
killing me.
He goes to half of his HP.
because he has the
If you
boon of
kill me
recovery.
right now, I will come back stronger than you could possibly imagine.
Yes.
All right.
Strike
you
me
said that-
down.
How many are attached to him? Several.
6
Many?
on his head,
Like
plus
six.
a bunch swarming around him.
How many are
Yeah, no, I've
in
gathered them
total?
all. If you've got fireball, this would be great.
Well, I could do a really dumb thing and wish cast fireball, but it could also fail again. You know what? Fuck. Excuse me.
Wishcast Fireball is such an alpha play. I love it.
Wish cast fireball upcast to 9th level, because why not?
That would be a proper wish. You might lose the ability of casting wish ever again.
Oh, 8th level, my fault.
Yeah.
Or yeah, upcasting is included in the. Is that right?
Yeah,
but
yes, not upcasting up to 8th level is fine.
right. Okay. We don't know how weak these things are right now, do we?
No.
I don't. Anyway. Okay.
Some of them
Well,
are
I mean-
fresh out of the batch.
I'm gonna get my use out of this wish. So if we're gonna do a how big's the fireball again, guys?
30.
Oh boy.
20-foot radius.
So 20 foot.
That's
Yeah.
that'll get this new guy that I don't know anything about. All right. What if I do?
Well, he's not on the same plane.
Yeah,
Oh,
you can't see
wow.
that guy.
Still
You
far.
can't see him.
So I really don't know anything about him, even what he looks
No.
like, or that he's here.
No.
Okay. Well, then I will do it.
You
right on
also
top of
can't
him,
see
'cause-
XTU.
Well, he's in a good spot to do it because that can maybe hit the boy as well. I don't think I can avoid myself. Yeah.
20 feet. 20 feet is
So
this
I
much.
won't hit him.
There you go.
Hold on. Sorry, I'm getting into the zone. Sorry, I've been dealing with internet issues all day, or for the last couple hours.
All right.
So my brain's a little frazzled. But I will try and telekinetic shove the encephalon cluster 5 feet closer.
Very well.
And then I will, if whether that succeeds or fails, I will use one of my boons to wish cast.
Okay.
8th level fireball.
Very well. It has to do a strength save, which fails, and you move it to the area. And Ziltar, that creature is getting a bit too close to you. Even you know it doesn't interfere with you, it's a bit, you don't like it.
Maybe I can make friends with him.
Maybe. And Arlith, you casting Fireball now?
Oh yeah.
Very well.
Full send. 8th level. Let's do it. Speed. Oh, that's 2014.
And you upcast Fireball. Do you have a? Yes. There you go. Right on top of Ziltar.
Let's hope that doesn't affect him in the whatever realm I don't know about.
And Ziltar, you have to close your eyes because you just see the fireball on top of you, but nothing touches you. And now everybody roll the damage, please. Fireball 8th level.
Absolutely. Just a second.
I assume you don't have it in your spell list.
No, but I can look up the.
All right, so it is
1d6 per level, so it is 16d6.
No, it starts at 3rd level, so that's 5.
Right.
It's a total of 13d6.
Not quite as fancy a number, but look, we're good. 13d6.
Yes.
41.
41 points of fire
And they all-
damage.
Make a dex saving throw, DC 27.
Very well.
Sure. What dex saving throw?
And they all have subtract the negative.
Yes, and they have minus 6 to that. Very well. With the explosion, all of them failed. Well, DC 27. Not very easy to pass. And with that, and Money Markle, you go down, no doubt about it, pass or fail, and you get back half of your health because of your boon of recovery. So what is half of your health?
Resurgence!
Phase 2.
My total health is 284, so
142. All right, so you're back at 142, and you see, however, I gotta check one thing, because your avenging angel thing goes down and deactivates. So
I think it just lasts 10 minutes. I don't know if it specifies whether or not. Let me check.
It disappears when you go unconscious.
yeah, it would
So
disappear
when you
because
go to 0. Yeah.
But
The charge is spent. You can't use it again yet.
with Boon of Recovery, you technically, when you go to 0, you technically drop to 1 HP and then gain.
Yeah, you don't have to go unconscious because of Boon Recovery. It's when you drop to 0 HP instead drop to 1 and then regain half. Technically,
okay.
I haven't lost consciousness.
So you never lost consciousness? Okay, so he keeps it up. All right, so if that, you have 143 then, not 142.
I did kind of heal you in the end.
Yes, you did. And all the little creatures there, you set up on fire, plus the big encephalon. Now, here's the bad news, though. As a reaction, as a reaction to take damage, that big thing bursts a bunch of these little things.
Oh my gosh.
I was hoping that you see that wouldn't happen.
So yeah,
That's why we haven't attacked it.
Well, you see, right. I was hoping that maybe it was bludgeoning damage that would free them. I didn't know it could do it on a reaction.
Yes, and as a reaction, he releases 5 of these little guys.
Oh, that's fine.
You got lucky. You got lucky. I roll low. It would have been 12 otherwise. So yes.
So all we gotta do is use more fireballs. Yeah.
I guess
We
yeah.
don't know
Keep
how
using.
effective it was yet.
And yeah, all these little guys are still floating there. They took half damage. They seem bludgeoned, but you don't. But they still functional. They're still flying around. And now there are 5 more. And yeah, fun times. Arlith, what else would you like to do?
Yeah, not exactly what I wanted to happen there. So, we're level 2 exhausted now, right? Does that affect my speed anymore?
Yes, it does. It reduces 10 your speed.
Reduces it by 10 or 210?
By 10. So your speed's 20 now.
I can't really. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Measurement tool. Please.
And your AC is 17 because you lost the haste.
Yeah, okay. So I can get in between these guys, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
I'm a slow guy. Yeah, I'll barely retreat, and then I'll be like, sorry that didn't work. Leave this guy. Although he seems to have healed up a little bit from my actions, so maybe I do feel a bit good about myself, and then I'll pass my turn.
Very well. And it's now the turns of the Wraiths that pass through the wall on the other side and come after Lumpa.
Oh no.
And right there. I know, you're terrified of them. How are you ever gonna survive a Wraith? Oh, fun times. Okay, they're gonna do life drain on you, and as they start to, you are enraged. Yeah, they start to suck your soul. If they and you just see a wisp of your soul flying towards their mouth, as if they're sucking the life force out of you, Lumpa. And you gotta do 2 DC 24 Constitution saving throws.
All right. Well, the first one is a nat 20. My soul's intact.
Excellent. You get inspiration.
I will give that to Mana Marco.
Thank you very much.
And then for the second one, I will use my inspiration to reroll that. Actually, I don't think I'm in range of them.
You're not in range of what?
Their auras.
No, you're not in range of their auras, no.
Alright, then I'll use my inspiration to reroll that. Yeah, I'm failing one of them.
Very well. And as you fail one of them, you take 27 points of necrotic damage.
I am resistant to necrotic.
So you take half of that, 14, rounded up, and your hit point maximum is reduced by the same amount. So when you go in your character sheet, double click on every hit point maximum and reduce that. But notice it's reduced by an amount equal to the damage taken. So you reduce by 14, not 27. and you can only recover that maximum after a long rest.
And then, as a legendary reaction,
Very well.
actually, I can't hit any. I can't hit them. As a legendary reaction, can I switch from my Asmodeus right knife to the humming longsword?
Sure.
So I prepare for when it's my turn.
Very well. So you light up your humming longsword, which is now just a sound blade that makes that sound.
Right.
Very well. Arathis, what would you like to do?
Yeah. So, he will come over and assess what is going on here with Manny Marco, and he will attack the ones that are not attached to Manny Marco. So he'll do his first attack, stunning strike.
Very well.
How many are attached to him? That's my question.
6. Therefore, they're not. 10.
Four?
Surprised
Okay.
he's still alive after getting
All right.
direct hit
So
by
there's
fireball.
four that are not. All right.
Yes.
So that's the first one that's not. The second one that's not. And then these are stunning strikes. So
Okay.
that's the first
They
one.
both fail.
That's the second one. And then I will do flurry of blows, and I just realized that my flurry of blows gives me 3 attacks. So I will go for
This is unconscious.
the other.
This is unconscious as you just smack them onto the ground.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'll go for the other 2 then,
Yes.
that are not attached to him.
Very
So,
well.
1,
Yeah, that will hit.
2, and
Roll
there's
damage.
that. And that.
Another one unconscious. Another one unconscious as it's smacked to the ground. Very well. Hey, you still have 1 hit. What would you like to do?
I do. Not stunning strike, but he's going to hit one of them that are
Oh wait,
attacked.
this one is dead. It died from the fireball.
Oh, okay.
So there are 5 attached to Manny Marco, because one of the
5
ones that were
attached to
attached,
Manny Marco.
one of the ones that were attached died from the fireball.
Okay. So how many attacks did I do? Did I only do? I've done 4.
Yeah, you done 4. Yes.
Okay.
It was
So I
one
have
that
one left.
one of the ones that were attached to Manny Marco died.
Okay, heard. All right, then I will not, because I don't want to stun Manny Marco, so I'll just can I do? No, because it has to be flurry of blows. All right, I'll try and knock one unconscious that's attached to him. Will that work? I don't know. No, I'm gonna come over here and attack this one up here.
Very well.
So nat 20.
Excellent. Roll damage.
I'm probably gonna kill this one.
Yes, that's probably likely.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
smack this one dead.
Yeah. And just like he did last time, he'll look down at it and he'll say, "I am sorry. Rest well." And he will. So I was there. 15, that's 30. I have 60 more feet of movement. I I think this one down here is still stunned
Until
But
the
I
end of
don't
your
think-
turn.
until the end of my turn. Yeah. I think Arathis will just remain there. I'll just stay there.
All right.
Because I can throw my staff with my legendary actions. All right, that completes my turn.
Very well. Ziltar, what would you like to do?
This one's not stunned anymore. Legend.
Oh, yeah.
Ziltar is gonna come after Ixitool. That's 35 feet. And just do if I start my turn in that moonbeam versus I end it, do I have to do that roll?
All right. Moonbeam. On a fail save, the creature takes 2d10 radiant damage, and if the creature is shape-shift, it reverses its true form and can shape again until it leaves its cylinder. On a successful save, the creature takes half a damage. A creature also makes this save when the spell area moves into its space, and when it enters the spell area or ends its turn there.
Ends. Okay, cool. So he's going to look to Ixitool and say, Druid, tell me, what do you like of dragons?
What do I think of dragons? Well, they are quite pleasant on the whole.
Well, hopefully this one keeps to your mind, as he is going to expend 3 charges from his worm skull throne as this blue mist comes and emits from underneath the throne, and it shapes and it thrives into this spectral ancient blue dragon that wraps and twists around Ziltar's throne. And Ziltar looks to him and says, with this big looming ancient dragon just staring down at Ixitool, and he says, I call him Gary. And
Of course you do.
and as a bonus action, Ziltar is going to cast Armor of Agathist. So I get 25 temp hit points, and if someone hits me with a melee attack, they
Oops,
take
there's a big
25
too
cold
big.
damage.
All right.
And at the end of my turn, or just before my turn ends, I can make... What is it?
You call him Gary or Derry?
Oh, this is... Sorry, it's a blue dragon. This is Barry.
This is Barry, of course.
This is Barry, yeah. And just before my turn ends, I can make 1 bite attack and 2 claw attacks against a creature of my choice.
Just real quick, is this still the same turn as the previous turn? Or as the last time I used Divine Negation, or can I use that again to cancel Barry?
That's not a spell.
Oh, but it is a magical effect, though, right? Because
It
Divine
is.
Negation is not just against spells.
Yeah.
It's for any magical effect or psionic effect or...
Doesn't it cost
Anything.
Divine Essence to use, though?
Yeah, it does.
Isn't it like real
Yeah.
Is it the
expensive?
same as the previous? Is it a new turn? It is a new turn. It is a new round. But you regain your... Let me remind myself of the wording there. Do you regain
Yeah,
that at the
that's
start
what
of
I
the
meant.
round, or do you regain that at the start of your turn for the divine trait? So
Because I'm looking at my character sheet here, and it tells me I've got 4 more uses per long rest.
yes,
Doesn't Divine Negation count as a reaction?
yes, that's what I'm looking at.
Right, that's what I'm asking about.
As a reaction, you can use Divine Negation to negate any spell. You can do that 5 times a day. As a reaction, you can use, which means you can only spend 5 Divine Essence to fuel max. As a reaction, you can use Divine Negation to negate any spell, magic, psionics, or magical effects abilities 5 times per day. So yeah, you can do that as a reaction. You do have legendary reaction and reaction, so you guys have 2, so you could potentially just use one of them, the one you didn't use, so it's fine, you can use it.
Okay, so yeah, then as Barry begins to come forward out of Ziltar's throne, again just waves his hand, his feathered hand, and Barry disappears in a nice little cloud of I'm thinking rose petals.
Can Ziltar use a divine negation or a legendary resistance to negate that resistance?
No, it's not counterspell. You can't negate the negation.
Okay, Ziltar will just look at Ixatul and say, "Gosh, you really don't let anyone have some fun. I didn't say this dragon was going to attack you or anything. I'm just here to try and talk, but you keep flapping your wings in your beak."
I do not like to take chances.
And Ziltar's gonna end his turn there.
Very well. Money Marco, what would you like to do?
Do I still have thingamajigs attached to me?
Yes, 5 of
right?
them on your face.
There's still
Yeah.
5 of them?
Yeah.
Cool.
You're blinded. You're blinded,
Right.
exhausted,
Right.
and what is that? Yeah, you're blinded, exhausted. Those are your 2 conditions on you right now.
Can I smash myself over the head with my own mace?
Sure.
Preferably to hit the things, but like...
I mean, how chirurgical can be a mace attack? In anything, you're gonna break your nose. Who cares?
Yeah, just right onto the top of the fucking dome, just...
Alright, smack them out. Very well. And the 29, that would definitely hit your... Well, if you're hitting yourself, that's an automatic hit. You don't have to roll to attack. You can just roll damage.
30. Everything on my head is taking 33 damage.
Yes, including you.
Including me.
Because you
Okay,
are attached to your head. So you take 33 points of damage, and so does 2 of those creatures that die after that attack.
Lovely. Can I see now for blonking 2 of them off my head?
Nope. There's still 1 more attached to your eyes.
Alright. I think I'm just gonna pull that one off.
Okay. All right.
Humble.
That makes hurts a little bit more than you anticipated. All right, you try to pull them off. Oh, they yank you under your skin and they just slip away from your hand.
Road. In that case, I think that's all I can do. Unless... Yep, nope, that's all I had my turn.
Yeah. All right.
Yep.
And you're still blinded. And with that, Loompa, what would you like to do?
Oh, real quick.
Yeah.
I want to make use a legendary action to move the moonbeam back over onto Ziltar.
Very well.
Yeah. I'm also going to use a legendary action to attack Ixatul 3 times.
Very well. So, fun times. Ziltar, you gotta roll. It's a DC 27. Remind me, Ixtihul. DC 27 con save?
I think it was DC 23.
Wait, I think it's a DC 23. Yes,
DC 23.
And I think it. Give me 1 second to find Moonbeam. Yeah, it is a Constitution save.
Okay, con save 23. And roll damage.
Wow. 24.
Is at 4th level?
And
Is at 4th level?
remember,
You have
you're
minus
rolling
4.
that with a -4. Yeah.
Yeah. So ultimately, you fail that one. So XTU. So roll the damage. You cast at 4th level. So roll at 4th level.
Right.
Yeah.
Sorry. Well,
Very well.
Half.
So with that, you take 22 points. Oh boy.
I
I gotta-
take,
I actually-
11 because I have resistance.
Yes, 11 points of damage. Let me put the thing back on you. And XTU, what would you like to do now?
Oh,
I'm
it's
gonna-
not my turn.
Oh no, sorry.
Legendary.
And Ziltar, roll your attacks.
First one,
Yeah.
38,
Yeah. Go ahead.
40,
Yeah.
That's also going past.
and 21.
Very well.
That's also going past.
Those 3 hit.
26, 23, 26.
Very well. He smacks you 3 times XTU for a total of 75 points of damage altogether.
Oh my god.
That's bludgeoning
And
magical.
if Arathis can't see this,
No.
he would be going crazy right now if he saw this.
XTU. You gotta do.
And that triggers his mythic
Excellent. Good
reaction.
times. All right.
Oh my goodness.
mythic trait.
But a mythic
So-
trait, you gotta use a reaction.
He just used it.
And you just used 2 reactions this round, right? Or not? Let me just.
Is that not that's not outside of the regular reaction thing?
Yeah, that's
Sorry,
what
I'm not
that's
quite
what I'm
sure
gonna
on that.
double check. But all right. So mythic trait once a day. On this turn, you can move. No, wait. Once per long rest, when you are reduced to less than 0, you can't. No, it's as an extra reaction. It's an extra reaction, so you can use it.
I can reuse it.
You can use it. Yes, you can. So you can go ahead and use it. But first, you gotta roll a concentration save for me, and the DC is 33.
Oh.
So you lose
right, well-
concentration on the moonbeam, and the moonbeam disappears.
The moonbeam has failed.
Hey.
All right.
No more moonbeam.
No more moonbeam. And I assume you now want to do your full round, your full turn.
Well, it's still
It's
not
either that
my
or a
turn.
macro, but you guys don't have. Yeah, but you use mythic trait. When you use mythic trait, you have 2 options: either use a macro free of cost, or you run a full turn out of order.
Oh. Okay, that's not what I thought the mythic trait was. I thought the mythic trait was the thing where we just get to have our health back.
So
Okay,
no, that's is that what you want to do? That is a boon of recovery if you have. You could potentially use the
no,
10.
I don't think that's a thing that I have.
Yes, you do. You
no,
do
I'll
have boon
take
of
a-
recovery. You can just roll
do I?
10d10s. Yes, you do. You do have yes. You can just
Sound too bad. But
just roll a
also-
pool of 10d10, but it costs you a bonus action. You don't have a bonus action right now.
Right. Right. But I do like that whole that thing you just suggested about the
Turn-
whole
turn out
just
of
getting
order.
a whole extra
Okay.
turn.
Then go ahead.
'Cause- yeah. Take
All right.
1 second, because I was not expecting that.
I love this.
This is chaotic.
So, and in that turn, you can use the boon of recovery as a bonus action to get 10 d10s back of health, which is probably
There you
going to be
go.
useful to you.
And that's a bonus action?
Mm-hmm. In that out of order turn.
Oh man! Wow. Sorry. This is. I've been suddenly presented with a whole buffet of things, and now I've got to pick a thing.
We can get
yeah.
back to you if you want. If you want some time to think what you want to do, we can go to Lumpa and I
can
come back
get
to
just,
you.
Like,
Yeah,
can
we'll
I
give
get
you a
just,
few
like,
moments.
2 moments?
All right, Lumpa, run your turn. What would you like to do?
With the sunblade, and now I'm emitting sunlight. I'll
Yes.
go up to the wraith on the right. And is he phased by that light at all?
He doesn't like it.
Does that give me advantage or anything on my attack with the sunlight?
No,
Alright.
it does not and for you. It does for the wraith.
I will booming blade with my humming longsword. Let's call it sunblade. So for the first attack, a 29 definitely hits. So that'll be. And since it is an undead, I'm assuming. it'll be
Yes.
25 radiant damage, which bypasses, and then 19, so that's 44 damage, and then 21 thunder damage if it moves.
The wraith disappears.
And then Lumpa looks right at the second one, and she just dashes over with speed and just cuts through the second one.
Very well.
Does a 19 hit it?
Yeah.
Alright, with booming blade on that. That'll be
2024, you can only booming blade once.
That is true.
Oh, but as a blade singer, I can use a cantrip as an action. So then you've allowed me to do multiple booming blades, or multiple cantrips.
The blade singer is when you attack, you can make a cantrip as an attack. In 2014 and 2024, I think was said was we're going to go word by word rule, not the homebrew
Yes,
before.
yes.
Then how come with the Hydra I could have done booming blade, green flame blade, and vengeful blade all in my attack?
So you're still playing a subclass of 2014, which is blade singing. Let me just double check the exact wording of your of the blade singing thing. Where is it? Yeah, you can replace one of your extra attacks by the use of a cantrip. But it specifically says one. Yeah. Moreover, you can cast one of your cantrips in place of one of those extra attacks. So yeah, indeed. In 2024, you can only do that once.
Okay, so that means the other two attacks will just be normal strikes?
Yes, correct.
Alright, so for the first attack I do 36 radiant.
Alright.
And then with my haste action I'll strike at it again.
Yes.
And that'll deal 35 radiant.
Alright, so with that, it is another wraith that is destroyed. And he disappears.
And then, let me see here, I moved about 20. So then I will use the rest of my movement to skedaddle over here. And I'm going to roll the dice. As a bonus action, can I Misty Step again?
Sure.
Alright, and then I'll Misty Step 30 feet right there.
Oh, how fun. The moment you miss the step there, you hear. Can you see the wizard? You can, right?
Yes.
The moment you miss the step there, you see the wizard and he says,
Hey, can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Hello.
Yes. Yes, I can. I was able to see you before, but not hear you.
Nick. I've been chasing you with her. What are you doing here?
Well, curiosity, I'll say, in the far realm. And I look at his robe. I said, "I'm sorry for your companions you lost. I just saw
How
the
do you know
carnage
about
out
my
there.
companions?
Just over down the hallway. I saw them. 5 of them. They wore robes like yours. They were
Oh,
passed away.
yes, the one that took them. Been attacked by all sorts of undead. I've been trying to find an exit out of this place. Every time I try to cross through that portal, I just fall through the sky.
Well, I haven't tried crossing through the portal, and my friends and I've gotten separated. Have you been using, have you used Misty Step or some, spatial magic recently?
I have my web of stars. I try to teleport. I can pass through the walls.
Well, I've noticed every time I Misty Step, I seem to change somewhere else. One minute, second I can see my friends, the other I can talk to them, another I don't even know where they're at. That explains how you're separated.
Oh my god. This place is crazy. Do you understand where we are? What the hell is this? I feel like I'm in a maze. I'm trapped in some sort of demi-plane. I'd pray to Linda to please help me take me away from you.
Who did you just pray to?
My goddess. Linda.
Did he say Loompa?
Yes.
Is this Doom?
I pray to Lumba. Please, Lumba, take me away from here.
Ask him what his name is.
I was gonna say, because he's prayed to Loompa, isn't there like something I can do? I can hear prayers, passively hear prayers, now that he's close to me.
You can passively and actively hear the prayer since he's right there.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. So I was wondering if I could hear him before, since he was probably praying.
Lumba, you have one too many followers these days. It's not that easy to know the names of all of them. I mean, you do your best, but...
Fair. So then I'll say, what is your name, Brave Blade Singer?
What? How do you know a Blade Singer?
Well, I have good news for you. First, I can hear all of my followers, and I'm astounded to meet you.
Your followers?
Yes, I'm the goddess of blade singing. My name is.
Oh my god! You liar! I knew there was something about you. And oh my god, you you came for me. You came to save me. Oh my god.
and he falls on his knees and he comes to you and he starts to venerate you. He says,
My name is Mr. L. Mr. L. And I said, I'm not blaming Smirker. Sorry, I can see you. I've been up here for ages.
Raise your head, Mr. L. I appreciate your prayers and such have been heard, and I appreciate your words. Come, I have come with others. We are looking. I was discovering for knowledge, but it seemed there were some voices here I needed to follow, and it looks like it led me to you. Let's get you out of here.
I'm so happy to see. Oh, voice mode.
I'm so happy to see you. It's such an honor to meet you in person. I'm not afraid to die because I know I'll go as a petitioner to your dominion, our greatest. I'm so happy to meet you.
It's an honor, and I'll say I'm glad that you have that same vindication like me with death. Faith
I'm
and
not
guidance, and it
deserving
looks
of the best. Yes, yes, it's such an honor. My goddess. I knew there was something about you when the minute I saw you. I don't understand. I was attracted. I was attracted to you. I knew it. It's the time of devotion. I'm so glad to see you here. I'm saved now.
Yes, you are. Now, I know you said there's.
Don't let him realize you're lost as well.
Dude, divine intervention, his ass out of here. He's creeping me out.
Man, I just think I have thousands of these followers. Oh boy. So says, all right. Well, it seems I was too late for the others, and I'll make sure to mourn their losses as well.
The
So there
others
was no
were
way-
not great singers. They didn't believe in you. I told them they should follow the well-known goddess, the next goddess of magic, the next Nisra. They should follow her. But no, they didn't want to. They say you're too low. You are a lesser deity. You are a demigod. That you are not deserving of prayer. They say you are just. They say that you are overestimated. That people that pray to you are idiots. They made fun of me to pray to you. But I knew you could heal me. I knew I could count on you.
And I can hear them all, and my strength I will guide with you and give you strength as well. I've worked hard to gather these people and fight against many evils and many things in the multiverse to get to where I am. And you, Mr. L, my loyal follower, I want you to continue to fight and get stronger too. But to do that, we will find our way out of here.
They,
Somewhere on the Rock of Brav, Doom feels awfully inspired.
they died. They died praying to Idol. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? One of them was praying to a contact. I told them, gods don't like wizards. They don't like wizards praying to them. There's only one goddess that the wizards can trust, and that's you, Nova. I know that's right. I don't know.
I do agree. Hecate seems to be a bit of a wild card. She thought I was hitting on her when I was talking to her, but yeah, she can be a bit
Oh, wow,
reckless.
you know
Nion as
Hecate.
well.
Wow.
I've talked to her once or twice.
Dude, you don't need to give him an idea.
I'm not gonna tell him the story how I met Hecate, but that's how I'm gonna roll.
So Lumpa, what else? What else would you like to do in your turn?
I guess the last thing I'll ask him is, I saw a door and it seemed that there needed to be a key. Did you seem to figure out anything with that door up ahead? I was investigating for something.
Well, we've met with a group of Geeky. They disappeared after meeting us. I've been trying to find them. They say they were looking for some keys. But to open the doors, they are here to slay some sort of a god, some sort of a operation god. And they came here. A couple of them already died. And we've been with them for some time. But then they just disappeared out of nowhere. And then in the middle of the fight, I've missed a step away for a second, and suddenly I lost track of everyone. And I've been trying to figure out how to open that door for, I don't know how long I've been here. It feels like weeks.
Well, time does seem to accelerate. Who knows how many months it's been in this brief minute we talked. But that's good to know that these Githyanki are looking for keys. You said you misty stepped. So
Yes.
I'm thinking we're probably not in the right place. Because every time I misty step, I seem to go somewhere else while I'm here.
Oh. Is that how it works? You are indeed the genius they say you are.
Do you want me to keep role-playing this or just someone else want to go?
All right, XTU, have you figured out what you want to do?
Yeah, so for his extra turn, he's first going to attack Zilthar with his tentacle whip. He's just gonna like extend his left arm, and its barbed tentacle just shoots straight out, and
Ziltar, you had your quote of tentacles in this place as some tentacle creature killed your guards. So that makes you think that this is a tentacle creature disguised as owling now. And as you
and with the exhaustion, that is only a 20, not a 24.
yeah,
That hits.
Plot thickens.
And you take 25 cold damage.
very
Cold
well.
damage. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do not have resistance to that.
All right.
Oh wait, no. We are in dim light. Yes.
He takes 25. Yes, you are.
Then I do have resistance to cold damage.
All right. That cold damage is coming from Ziltar.
The Armor of Agathis I cast last turn.
Okay. And you take roll the damage for the tentacle whip.
Oh,
XTU.
right.
All right.
Okay.
You take 10 points of
Yeah.
damage.
If we're in
Damage.
dim light, I also am resistance, so I take 5.
Very well. And
And just to double check, is that what is the half on 25 on thing? Sorry, my brain is bad at math.
There's no check. It's just if I'm hit with the melee attack, you take
Right,
25
yeah.
damage.
No. I'm just looking for the like half on 25.
it's 13.
Oh, 13.
Yes.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, again, like I said, just
So
I'm
your
real bad
current
at-
health is 35.
Yeah, there we go. All right. Oh, and as just as he strikes, he also teleports 30 feet away. By way of blink step, which
Excellent.
is not an action or even a bonus action, but I'm curious as to see if that puts him in a different plane.
Ziltar,
Boom.
Ziltar, you don't see him. Ziltar, you still see him, but XTU, you don't see Ziltar anymore. And as you teleport in a puff, now Arathis, you, Arleth, and Manimarkle, all three of you see XTU. And XTU, you look around and you see them, but you were seeing them before, so you just think that just something different. You can hear them now. You can hear those little creatures flying around.
The Birdman has returned. Quickly, join the
Take
battle.
arms.
And do I
Darn.
hear that? Do I hear what they're saying?
Yes, you do.
Okay, so I can see them and hear them.
Correct.
And can I also see the grape cluster?
Great what? Yes, the great
The-
cluster,
the
yes.
cluster of grapes.
Yes, you can, yes.
Well, I think that does it for my extra turn, and I think there's some monsters that are. There's a monster that has a turn in between that and my regular turn. So
Very well.
Yeah.
And with that, now it's your regular turn, Ixtihil.
Goodness.
hey, and can I make a? Or do I need to make an investigation or an insight check to see what exactly of this current situation I am presently able to see?
No, you can. Your passive investigation tells you can see everybody here. You can't see Ziltar anymore. You can see everybody here, and they can hear you, and you can see you. So you assume they're all in your. You are all in the same layer now.
Okay.
So by whatever luck you had when you teleported, you ended up back with the party.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's all kinds of fun and wacky.
Would you like to switch your turn to think about what you want to do, or you know it?
Yeah. Sorry. Again. Find myself. I keep putting myself in a position where I'm not. I'm suddenly presented with more options than I am prepared for. So.
All right.
Yeah.
So
if the encephala or whatever.
Arlith, take your turn. What would you like to do?
How you said? How is the encephalon cluster looking?
It looks like it burst a lot of those little balls to create these little creatures, but otherwise still, and it's for what you guys saw, it's trying to flying away from Animarco.
Okay. Alrighty.
Yeah.
And there are still 3 attached to Animarco.
Yes.
Correct? All right. Let's see if we can't help a friend out. I don't really have multi. I will move right around here.
Yeah.
Gotta move off the measurement tool, of course. And we'll try out the lightning bolt. It'll hit Manimarco, but I've hit him before and he's perfectly fine, so clearly I can do it again.
Very well.
I will go this direction and avoid the encephalon cluster, because that is not an ideal sitch.
Very well.
And do I upcast or do I not up? Because it seems sometimes low-level spells go through just fine. And my last high-level spell went through perfectly. I'm going to upcast it, though.
Okay.
We'll try 7th level.
All right.
And I have a button for it this time, so that's nice.
So, roll a flat d20 for me.
Absolutely. D&D Beyond is still tweaking out with one of the damage there, so...
Okay.
Oh, inspiration, please. I will use it.
This is not a d20 test. This is just a random. That's what I was telling the guys. I'm just calculating a percentage, a probability based on a d20 roll. I could be asking for a d100 or a d4 or something like that, but I'm just using the d20 for that. So it's not a d20 test. You cannot use inspiration on it. Although heroic inspiration doesn't apply just to d20 tests. It applies to any dice. So yeah, you can use inspiration. And yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
It's 2024.
2024. That's
yes. Heroic inspiration apply to any die, so you can re-roll any die. So in that case, all right.
Okay. Well, under the assumption that low numbers bad because low numbers have been bad.
Yes.
I'm gonna re-roll.
Very well. That's exactly what you needed. And the spell works. And show me the line again.
Yes, 100-foot line. It'll just be in this direction. What's the double check the width real quick for you?
It's 5 feet. So you're doing this.
Oh, how do you add it?
Yeah,
Oh,
there's a
beam, I
beam.
see.
There's a beam. Yes. So 5 feet.
Uh-huh.
That's what you're aiming here. You're not aiming at the big
Yeah.
cluster, just these little ones.
Yeah, so I'll hit these.
All right.
Yeah, I'll hit all of them except one attached to Manmarco and these 2 sleeping ones. These 4 sleeping ones.
Okay. So in that
Oh, I-
case. All right. You're gonna hit the ones attached to Manimarco and Manimarco, but that's fine. So that
It
Dex
doubles the damage. He gets damage for everyone attached to him.
No, he doesn't. He does get the condition though. All right, and all of them fail except one, and they all take damage. And the ones that were you, Manimarco, 2 of them died, and they fall from you. They just detach and fall into the ground. There's only one. Oh, that one that is on you failed as well. Nope, there's no one on you that resists that, Manimarco. You can see again. Did you pass the check? You did? You take 23 points of lightning damage. Whoops. Take 3 points of lightning damage. And all the other ones are in bad shape, as you see that they are flying low now.
Okay.
Very well.
I have thinned out the enemy herd a bit. I'll pass turn.
Very well. And it's now the turn of the big thing, and the big thing is going to run away from Manimarco.
I think
Yeah.
I think that is reverts back to me, if I'm not mistaken.
No, you switched turns with Arlith. So Arlith went when you were supposed to go, and you're gonna go when Arlith's supposed to go.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
All right. So the big creature is just going to dash all the way as it's trying to fly away from Manimarco. And that's the end of its turn. Xthu, what would you like to do?
All right. Well, he's gonna start with just Thunderwave, casting at 7th level.
Roll a flat d20 for me.
Flat. That's 10.
Yes, you hear the noise, but that's the only thing the spell does. No magic comes out.
All
I
right.
wonder if the effects are like taking place on a different one of the planes. It'd be funny.
Yeah.
Just some dude randomly is like, oh, flown 15 feet back after getting lightning bolted, and that force cage from the beginning.
It does consume your spell slot, so that's not far-fetched.
All right. Well, as a bonus action, he's going to cast Grasping Vine,
Very well.
which
On what?
on this nearest critter.
All right. What is the check that they got to do? Is a dex, right?
I believe so.
Dex 23 to avoid 18 points of bludgeoning damage and restrained or grapple, something like that. All right. They all failed, and they're all dead, strangled by vines.
Nice.
Yeah.
Magic vines just come out of the ground and squeeze them as if they were squeezing lemons. And the encephalon cluster is running away from the battle as it's frightened by Manimarco and the amount of creatures you guys, amount of little creatures the guys killed. The Wrath has been destroyed. Arathis, what would you like to do?
he'll look around and see the carnage and sigh. So who do I see? I see Ixthu, Manny Marco, and Arlith. I don't
Yes.
see Zilthar, though.
You don't see Zilthar.
Okay. And I did not see Loompa running away, but I did see this thing going that way.
You did see Loompa passing by you. She
did.
passed by everybody, yes. And then then you saw Ixthu teleporting back and forth. You saw the wizard, this mysterious wizard passing by everybody. So
then I will tell the others. I'm going after Loompa, and I will move 100 feet.
very well. There's only, by the way, there's only one enemy left, and that's the Encephalon Gemula that is flying there that was stunned by you. And you're about to pass by it. It's going to give you...
This one here? Yeah.
Yes, it's going to give you an opportunity attack.
Well, no, I was going to attack it as I ran by.
Oh,
I was
all
going
right.
to smack it as
By
I
all
ran
means.
by. So we'll do that. So as he runs by, he's going to smack it to try to
Very well. Leave it unconscious.
yeah.
Okay. Just try not to roll a nat 20.
I won't.
Very
I
well.
won't. Does that knock it unconscious?
Yes.
Okay.
It falls unconscious to the ground.
All right. Let's see. So that was 35. Another 30 is 65. Oh, there's those are the spiders that
Yes. That were...
someone
Yes. Yes.
35.
Good thing you're walking away this time, because I don't think...
35 and 25 is 90. So I'll go here. And then I will dash another 100.
Very well.
So 30. Actually 90 is as far as I can go.
Okay.
30 and then 60, we'll say to that square there. Roughly. Now, can I see them?
You see that the two of them talking to each other. They can't see you. And you've noticed that the guy is on the ground and he's like venerating Loompa, and he's like on his knees and he's talking to her, and he looks like someone who's subordinated.
Yeah. Can I make an assumption then what's going on, or should I make a roll?
You can roll an insight to have a clue.
And then after this is done,
35.
Oh yeah, you definitely think this guy knows who Loompa is, and he's some sort of follower.
Okay. Now that I have eyes on Loompa, I will just that'll complete my turn. I'll just stay there.
Can I use my legendary action?
Yes.
Since he's my follower and he's venerating me, can I use my divine blessing to give him a epic boon for a day?
Sure.
And then I'll say, well, to
I
help
was wondering
you
if
get
you're
out
gonna do that.
I'm gonna try it out, might as well.
Yeah.
Say, for your prayers, I need to give you strength to get out of here as we look for a way.
What is
I'm
the
going
epic boon
to-
you want to give him?
I want to bestow boon of recovery, so it's really hard for him to die.
Very well.
As Loompa just takes from her sword, and you see the glow in her eyes, she points right at Mr. L and says,
And
under my protection and guidance, may you feel the health of my energy. Before you fall, you will rise back up with one last chance. And also, May this strength believe in the Force as it will guide us out. And then divine blessing.
Thank you, my goddess. Thank you. Thank you, my goddess. Thank you. I'll pray for you every day and I'll preach in your name.
And please let the others know of this miracle that has been performed when we escape. I know you tried with them, but do not
I
stop
will
trying with
spread
others.
your word to every plane I've reached, my goddess.
Oh, he's a fervorous believer now because, well, he was on shit before you arrived. He was thinking he was going to die. Ziltar, well, he still don't know that he continues in the same shit, but at least he gave him hope. Ziltar, what would you like to do?
Given that Cthulhu blinked, can he make that investigation check again to see if he can gather what's going on?
Sure.
I will spend a lucky point to do this with advantage. 1 second. I need to check if I have lucky in the first place. I do. Okay. Investigation. Oh my god, double twos! I'm gonna use my heroic inspiration to reroll that.
Unbelievable.
I will use another lucky point to roll it with advantage. 18, well, that's a -4, so 14.
14. You still think you still think you can hit him. You don't think he's in a different layer or nothing like that.
Okay, so Ziltar will fly over in his throne in a rush and smack him with his scepter.
Very well. And
to no avail.
As you hit his head 3 times, you're like, yes, I'm gonna decapitate this demigod, and then I'm gonna steal his essence for myself and become more powerful. And as you trying to hit him, nothing happens. And as your mace just passes through his head.
And then he's gonna think, if he didn't use all his damn essence to cancel out Barry, I'd be the most powerful person here. And sorry, are we stick 2024? You can only do one spell slot can be expended per turn, correct?
Yes, unless you have a special ability that allows you to do other things. Yeah. Just one spell slot per turn. No, I think it's you can cast a cantrip and a spell. No?
I think it's one leveled spell per turn, right?
Yeah.
One leveled spell, yeah.
Yeah,
And it's a
one leveled
magic
spell per
action
turn.
now,
Yes.
yeah.
I don't know because I've used my action to attack. Bonus action. I don't know. Yeah, Ziltar will just he'll end his turn. He's I can't believe this damn owl of all things started this fight, claimed I started it, and is now running away and has a head that my club can't pass through. Oh, what I would give to be back in the Underdark. And he will end his turn there.
And Ziltar, with the end of your turn, we'll conclude this session. For those of you watching us, thank you for watching. If you like what you're watching, please subscribe. There's more content coming out, and every Saturday we're streaming this campaign as well, Gods vs. Eldritch Horrors. Thank you everybody for watching, and have a good night.